I'd be lying if I said there wasn't any stress, and I'd say sometimes my secret's a mess, but you never catch me within 10%. Best believe every word I said I meant. Cause when this industry tells me no, I just take that as a reason to grow. Some people only in it for some dough, but that ain't me. Come on, it's time for the show. I'd be lying if I said there wasn't any stress, and I'd say sometimes my secret's a mess, but you never catch me within 10%. Best believe every word I said I meant. Cause when this industry tells me no, I just take that as a reason to grow. Some people only in it for some dough, but that ain't me. Come on, it's time for the show. YoHallo! Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. What's up? What's up?
It is Tues Day. You already know. I also fucked up, okay? On Twitch, they like deleted all of my like saved information as far as like the quick, what is this shit called? Quick shit, yeah. Quick actions, which is like, it'll be like, oh, play a 30-second ad or play a 3-minute ad. And so usually when I start the stream, the first 3 minutes, I don't have anything. And then I play the 3-minute ad only because I try to do it so that way the pre-roll will turn off. But I pressed 30 seconds because like everything moved around because they deleted my quick actions and then it disappeared. So then I had to add them again, but then they weren't added in the right freaking like order. And so I read the number 3 and I was like, it must be 3 minutes, bitch. It was 30 seconds. And then I couldn't play any other ads. And I was like, all right, well, we're just going to have to deal with the pre-rolls. Anyways, hi, welcome in. It's been a day. It's been a day. Let me tell you something, okay? So obviously we released Passion this past weekend on Saturday. Thank you for listening to Passion. We're already over 2,000 listens on Spotify. So thank you for that. Don't forget to check out the MV on the official Kōri-Oujo music channel as well. More to come on that channel soon. But yes, thank you for being here. It's been a really weird couple of days for me. Once again, but I have explanation. So I'm going to launch into story tangent mode. So this is a yapping stream. So you're used to this, you know, but, I mean, it's going to take a second for me to get to the chat because I need to explain this. So my mom has been on edge for the last 2 weeks, essentially. But it has been even worse the last couple of days. She's okay. She's just like really in her head about things. So if you guys remember, or if you don't remember, I'm going to retell the story anyway. 2 weeks ago, or roughly 2 weeks ago, she calls me and she's like, Kōri, I messed up. Something bad. So it's just like, she just started the call with like, I have something to tell you. And I was in my head, I was like, who died? You know, I guess my grandma's 90 years old. She's, I don't know, she's knocking on that door real soon. But you know, like, I was like, okay, who died? But she was like, oh no, like what happened was she was at the supermarket and, you know, she didn't drive. My dad had drove the car. And so, or drove his car. And so my mom's, you know, she got a cart full of stuff, got some groceries, and she's, you know, walking herself in the cart over to my dad's car. Unfortunately for her, she like hits like a bump or something on the floor. The cart does as well, obviously, and the cart lightly scrapes up against a side mirror of a car. And unfortunately for my mom, there was someone in the car. And so that person, this lady comes like, you know, roaring, hooting and hollering out of the car and was just like upset that my mom had scraped it. And my mom was trying to be civil and be like, hey, okay, you know, I'm sorry, I didn't drive. I don't have my insurance information, you know, but if you want to report this to the insurance and like, I'm, you know, I'm sure that's totally fine. And like, I'm sorry. And she also said, you know, I can give you some money just to get it like, you know, buffed up or whatever. And the lady was like, no, she refused to take my mom's money. My mom was, the lady said like, oh, it'd be easier for you if I just get an estimate myself and then, you know, give you the invoice or whatever, which is illegal, by the way. You're supposed to go through your insurance. Also, Serial, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in. Oh my gosh, I really appreciate it. How was your stream? What are y'all up to? Good to see you. Good to see you. Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Hello, hello. Hope you're doing good. I'm like mid-story right now, so I'm sorry. I'm like the kind of person that's like 2 brain cells, and once I stop, it's over. But thank you for being here. Thank you for streaming. Thank you for creating content. Thank you so much for bringing over a wonderful community here. I really appreciate it. I hope you're chilling, having a good time, and thank you for the raid. Thank you for thinking of us. He was the Rizzler in Cooking Club. Okay, there we go. All right. Are we rizzling some Costco glizzy, perhaps? You know what I mean? It was good. Continue your story. We played a VN. Oh, nice. Heck yeah. Hell yeah. I love visual novels. I actually, shameless promotion, I have 2 visual novels that I self-produced myself. Obviously, it's self-produced. I love the medium. I grew up playing, visual novels. And so not like ones that I think anyone else would like, not popular ones. I'll tell you that. But I enjoyed them a lot, and was really excited to be able to plug that into my, hobby as a VTuber. So yeah, thank you. It's just kind of like the lore behind Kōri as a character. My TLDR lore is that I'm a raccoon that got isekai'd into Ice Princess, but obviously there's a lot more to it, but it's just easier to say that one sentence, but yeah. But yes, thank you so much for coming in. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Welcome in, welcome in. I appreciate y'all being here. If you need to do any after stream care, please do take care of yourself, okay? Get some water, stay hydrated, get some snacks and all that. Okay, we got the raccoons, we know that. We know we need snacks once in a while. But yes, essentially, just telling a little story or talking about my mom right now, Mama Kōri. And so the whole thing happens, and, again, the lady that was in the car, was not wanting to go through insurance for some reason, and was trying to get my mom's information. But my mom didn't drive, so she doesn't have any of her insurance information. And so my mom reluctantly gives this lady her phone number, and then on my mom's, my mom gets back to my dad, they drive back home, and on the way back home, she's getting these flurry of text messages of this lady who's just like, you better give me your information right now. And then she would say, you need to really send me your stuff, otherwise I'm going to, like, give your phone number to the police or something like that. And so, my mom is freaked out. So when I talked to her that day, I explained to her, here's how you can block a number, and here's how you can mute her so you don't get like notifications for it. But ultimately, like, if somebody calls you and you don't know the phone number, don't answer, because it could be like her boyfriend or whatever, or someone else, like a family member, trying to get to you through their phone. But yeah, so basically, my mom ended up the next day, she changed her phone number. She completely changed her phone number. As I told you guys this before, she changed her phone number, got a whole new phone number, and I was like, you know what, whatever helps you sleep at night, that's up to you, that's totally fine. And so she changed her phone number, she was fine, she was chill, until there was a day where essentially my mom was about to leave to go to a doctor's appointment, and there's the doorbell rings, and my dad answers the door, and there's this guy claiming to be a private investigator, and he's saying, like, I need to speak to my mom, Mama Kōri. And my dad's like, what is this about, and this private investigator, quote unquote, basically says, like, oh, it's something to do with, like, her company. So they gave my mom's company name, let's just say Walmart, even though that's clearly not McDonald's. There you go. It's not McDonald's. Taco Bell. There we go. They said, like, oh, it's about this incident that happened at Taco Bell on, like, March 15th, 2020 or whatever. They gave a date. And, my dad was like, well, we're about to leave for a doctor's appointment, so we can't talk right now. And the investigator, now I actually, my mom had played back the recording for me through the phone. And it did sound, well, this private investigator was really trying to get a phone number. Like, he asked like 4 times for my mom's phone number. I don't really get why, because clearly they know where she lives. And so, I'll get to that in a second. But basically, they kept asking for her phone number, and that was weird to me. But the thing is like now, so then my mom tells me, sorry, let me finish this part of the story. So then my mom is like, oh yeah, so then I told your father to like, you know, go out and take his car and just like go somewhere. And then after like 20 minutes after he left, then I got into my car and then I took the back roads to my doctor's appointment to make sure no one was following me. And I was like, oh my God. Like, this is where I get it from, but at the same time, I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, is this what I sound like? It must be, right? Like, I'm so sorry to all of you. If you've ever heard me like that, just punch me. Just punch me. It's fine. You know, I'll take the hit. God damn. Anyway, so my mom's like all freaked out, and she texts me when she gets to her doctor's appointment, and she's like, well, she's waiting for the doctor, and she's like, oh, that lady found me. She hired a private investigator. Shit. That's what she said in her text message. And so then I was like, I remember it was like early in the morning, and I was like, okay, let me like fucking brush this is too early. I can't do this before I brush my goddamn teeth, take my damn retainers out, okay, shit my pants real quick. Like, this is way too early right now. So I was like, just hold on, let me call you. So 5 minutes, I get dressed and clean myself up, and I call my mom, and she is just like so freaked out, and basically here's kind of the highlights of the conversations that I've been having with her the last couple of days, because I've been trying to check in on her because I know she's really like panicked about everything, and it's hard because I'm very similar, like I said, like I've said before, sometimes for me, and it's like kind of normal, like it's not a bad thing, but I need like repetition. I need someone to tell me like almost the same thing over and over again. And I don't know if anyone else can relate to this, but my mom and I are the kind of women, we're the kind of people that like we can, if we're looking back at an event or like something that made us really emotional, when we start talking about it again, all those emotions come right back up as if it was yesterday. And so my mom, like, this anxiety and this panic has like stuck with her consistently the last few days, and it's just been like, I've been trying to call her, talk her through it, like, and it's a cycle because I say the same thing. I'll say basically the same 4 or 5 logical points like 8 times in a conversation. In a 1-hour call like today, I said the same things over and over, but it can't get to her, because she's like freaked out right now, and I don't blame her, but that's why I'm like, I don't mind the repetition. I don't mind saying it again as if it might make her feel better. You know what I mean? So basically, I explained to her, because she was like, I don't know, her she's like in worst case scenario mode, right? Which rightfully so, I get in that too. Also, Autumn, thank you for the resubscribe. Oh my goodness, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. It's good to see you. How you doing? Oh gosh, yeah, we're in storytelling mode right now. Also, Max and Strix, thank you so much for the follows. Welcome in, everyone. I appreciate it. Sorry, I'm a little bit late to getting to the chat. I'm telling a story, and I'm a raccoon 2 brain cells. So if I get distracted, I'm distracted. Okay. So basically, I told my mom, she's worried about, it's gonna be like a small claims court. Like they're trying to serve me the papers. Like the investigator, in her world, she thinks the investigator went up to the door of her house that public records has shown that she's been paying taxes and mortgage for like 30 to 40 years, like it's public record. You've been there for a long time. And also the fact that she's been at the same company for the last like 20, 30 years is also like pretty public knowledge as well. It's not hard to find that information, especially nowadays. This is the era that we live in. We're like on the fucking internet. You know what I mean? Anyways, so basically, she thinks that this detective investigator guy had come up did not have any papers on him at all. And for some reason, she claims that he might have been like, he was like fiddling with his phone a lot, and that he might have been recording like his interaction with my dad when my dad answered the door. And so one, I said, you know, obviously it depends on where you live, but in certain states, in certain areas, in certain counties, districts, whatever, it is illegal to like record like without consent on private property. You know what I mean? Like you can record and like videotape stuff in public spaces, but like private property, you're not, it's unless it's consensual, you can't record. And so I told her like, it's weird that they were recording on your private property. Essentially, it's your house. You know what I mean? And then also, sorry, I keep going back and forth. Her version of the story, he was supposedly going to serve her papers. He goes to the door. Again, this is her version of the story, or in her head, her world. He like, you know, he's a private investigator. He goes to the door. He's just there to confirm that my mom lives there, which like my dad unfortunately didn't say no. And so the investigator clearly knows that my mom lives there, okay? And so instead of serving the papers right at that moment, because again, dependent on your state, dependent on your district, you know, you don't need to serve it directly to, and actually I think this is like worldwide, you don't need to serve the small claim courts like papers, like you don't need to serve directly to the defendant, which would have been my mom in this scenario. You serve it to like an adult of the household, essentially. And I told her that's what happened to me when I sued my old housemate. That's exactly what happened. I'm like, I literally know how the small claims court like process goes because I did it for funsies a few years ago. So I was like, I know what this looks like because I was bored. I don't know. See, but that's why I did it, because it taught me some things, okay? Anyways, so regardless, like, you don't, that's what happened with my old housemate. When I sued him in small claims court, first of all, it took like 3 months or something just to get the paperwork filed and done with the court. And then maybe like a month after that, was I able to get all that paperwork and then hire a private investigator to serve those papers to my old housemate. It took a while though. Like it didn't just happen in 2 weeks. Like it takes, the law and legal processes always take forever. Like I think I had filed everything for my small claims court like in the middle of the school year when I was in, you know, university. And then I don't think we actually went to the court until like the summer. Like that summer. So it took several months for anything to even happen. And so I was like, this guy, if he really was hired to serve you papers, he doesn't necessarily need to confirm that you live there. He already knows that you live there, but you know, he needs to serve the papers. And even if you are not there, it's to an adult. And my dad clearly was an adult, and it also shows in public record that my dad and my mom are married. You know what I mean? So if you were an investigator, you would think that you would use clues, like Blue's Clues, dog, to like assess the situation and serve the goddamn papers. Like, I don't understand, you know? It's just really silly. So he didn't have any papers at the door with him, but my mom, for whatever reason in her world, believes that, you know, or, you know, her worst case scenario is that they're going to serve her papers. And I'm like, yeah, but it doesn't have to be to you. That's exactly what happened with my housemate. And this is how I talk her down. I explain, when I sued my housemate, I hired a private investigator. I didn't actually know where he lived exactly at that time. But, and I actually wasn't supposed to have his address, to be honest. Because I remember the whole ordeal with my ex-housemate was because he didn't give us our share of the security deposit after we moved out. So, for example, let's say that, you know, so there was me and then 3 other people. So it was 4 people total living in that like the apartment townhouse thing. And we all, I think the security deposit, let's just say, was like $1,500. So then we split that across the four of us. And then when we moved out, the complex had used some of our security deposit to fix the shit that they broke. And then they gave us the remainder back. But the person that got all that back was this guy who was my housemate. And we'll just call him Bob. And Bob was supposed to split that up evenly and divide it by 4. And then send that remainder, each that division to me and to the other housemates. But I texted him. He said he's gonna get it to me. Doesn't get it to me. Changes his number. And blah, 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 blah. Even though he said he's gonna get it to me multiple times, he never got it to me. And so I was bored. I don't know. I was like, why not? And so at the time at the university I went to, they had a legal services department. And it was free. It was not free. You pay your fucking tuition. That's literally your kidneys. And you try to you can ask them for advice, right? Just a legal advice line. Essentially, it was free to be able to use that advice line. And so I was like, well, this is what I'm paying for my school, so I might as well just call it and just ask. You know what I mean? So I asked them hey, so listen, my ex-housemate, he didn't give me my share of the security deposit, even though he said multiple times that he would. So can I sue him for this? What would this be? And so that's how that conversation got going, where I essentially realized I could take him to small claims court because he was supposed to give me the money, but he didn't. And so I ended up suing him, basically, because I was like, you know what? I want to learn this process because I thought it would be a good experience. At the time, I thought it'd be, and it clearly it was, okay? I was like, it'd be a good experience to, do this, because obviously, who knows what's gonna happen in my adulthood, obviously, I don't want to be put in a situation where I have to sue someone. That's not what I want to do, but if I learn and I understand it a little bit more now when I'm younger, hopefully, when I'm older, if I am ever in this situation, I can have a little bit more of, a foundation, a little bit more of my bearings. And so that's why I decided to try just to get the experience. But it was a lot more complicated than you think. You need evidence, obviously, right? And you also need to obviously be able to explain what happened and why you're suing, right? And then you have to understand the paperwork as well. One of the things that I needed was his address, but I didn't have it. And so I went to the apartment complex and I was like, hey, I know that he had, sent you guys information with his address on it. Can you give that to me? And obviously the apartment complex is like, no, we have confidentiality, so we cannot share that information with you. I was like, oh, okay. Well, can you share with me the copy of the security deposit, paperwork, the fact that, just proof that we did pay the security deposit or anything around the security deposit. And then they were like, oh yeah, absolutely, sure. And when they gave me that paper that had the information that we paid the security deposit and all that jazz, it said on there, Bob's address. And I was like, I'm fucking scarred. So, but obviously it makes sense because they can't, if you ask them directly for it, they can't give it to you. But if you ask them for a paperwork that happens that you have the right to be able to own, that happens to have his address on it, well, they're going to give it to you, right? And so they gave me the paperwork, and that's how I got his address. But it was his parents' address. And by the way, he fucking lived in this area that was basically everyone knows it's a rich people area. It's a gated community. You know what I mean? They've got mansions essentially. And I'm like, you couldn't give me I think it was only $80, which is enough for, that's a lot for a college student that's struggling. But it was only $80 or $90, to be honest. And so I was like, you couldn't just give me that? I don't understand. What the fuck? And so anyways, more of a reason why I wanted to sue him. But essentially I got that address, and then I hired, once I submitted all the paperwork, and then I was able to get the paperwork to serve him with, right? I hired a private investigator to serve him those papers. And I remember, like, the private investigator was just like, all right. And then they, like, called me at some point, was like, do you know the code to this gated community? And I was like, I'm sorry, I don't. And he's like, all right, I'm just going to sit here then. And so I'm like, okay, my bad, dog. And so eventually he does serve the papers, but it's to what I believe I think it was to his parents. It wasn't even to him. Because, again, like, legally, you serve it to the household that they reside at, but it can be like, it doesn't have to be the defendant specifically, it has to be an adult. Now, at least that's for small claims court. It could be different for larger scale, claims and whatnot, but that's what it was for small claims court. So regardless, that's why I go through that story with my mom. I explain, like, the private investigator that I hired, he wasn't gonna come back. He was like, I'm here to serve these papers and leave, okay? So that's why I feel like if he was hired to serve papers, he would have served them. That's his job, Why would he walk up to the door without any papers at all? And then add on top of that, the investigator said he'd come back later. And I'm like, why would he come back later? Again, in my mom's world, my mom's thinking he just needs to, like, confirm that I live here, and then he'll serve me the papers. And I'm like, okay, but he said he'd come back later, which is weird. Like, if he knew that you were there, he would have just served it, because, again, it doesn't have to be to the defendant. It has to be just to an adult, which my dad is clearly an adult, and he didn't serve any papers. And then, I was like, it's just weird that he would come back, and then he didn't come back, so, which is even weirder, in my opinion, because again, like, if he was there to serve papers, he knows now that you live there, you would have just gotten it over with, it just doesn't make any sense. And so she's like, in her world, she's like thinking of the worst case scenario of, like, oh my God, we're gonna go to small claims court, and this lady, maybe she got, like, the footage, the video footage from the supermarket. And I'm like, okay, even if she got the footage from the supermarket, there's more evidence stacked against her than on you if she had that footage, because she's gonna claim that you ran, or that let's just tickle the pickle of the idea that you are gonna go to small claims court, because I was like, there's no way that this is happening. She doesn't have any evidence on you, but if she did have the videography, like the video of the security cameras, first of all, security camera footage is usually pixelated as fuck. And also, sometimes the cameras don't even work, sometimes, and also it takes time sometimes to, like, be able to get that footage. It's not like the supermarket was just gonna, like, oh yeah, here, it's right here, I got it to you in 5 minutes. That's not how that works, you know what I mean? And also, if let's say they had the footage, it could also be at a weird angle that you can't really tell what is fact or not. And lastly, again, it works in her favor, because then you can clearly see that all she did was scrape the side view mirror. She didn't break the entire freaking side view mirror. You know what I mean? Like, that's what's kind of silly about it. It's just that you can very clearly tell she only scuffed it once, and there's plenty of other scratches on the side view mirror that was not caused by my mom. So ultimately, I try to talk my mom down from these wild theories that she just imagines the worst case scenario. She thinks she's going to go to small claims court, and I'm like, well, there isn't enough evidence, period. And then my mom's like, well, I don't know what evidence she does have. And I'm like, she was sitting in her car because she was too lazy to go get groceries in the supermarket that she made her boyfriend go get it for her. Now, I don't know, but I'm just saying, she also didn't actually bother to get any further information from my mom. I don't even think she really took pictures. I'm like, this lady is just pure, like, anger. I don't know how else to explain it, just wild anger. And it is sad that, this lady has seemingly, like I told my mom, this lady had threatened my mom. She was going to go to the police with my mom's phone number and report her. But I was like, let's just not that I believe a damn word she says, but let's just take, like, this as if it was true. Because I kind of think it might be true. she took she took my mom's phone number to the police and tried to report it. The police didn't or couldn't do anything, because this is the next best thing for her, is hiring a private investigator to scare you. Because again, the police are just gonna say, this is a civil matter, you need to report this to your insurance like a normal fucking person, and let the insurances, hash it out. But she is trying to get at my mom for more than just that, or she doesn't have insurance, or she wasn't driving that day. I don't know, right? And so basically, I told my mom, let's just take her word for it. She did go to the police. They didn't do anything. So now that's why she's getting a private investigator, because the police will not do anything. So in the court of law, let's just say for once that the police do stand for justice and do stand for the law. They are on your side. They are not going after you. You win in that sense. And I also told her, your counter argument to all of this is that you're an old lady. You felt like she was trying to scam you. You tried to offer the illegal route, which was to report this to the insurance, and she did it. And then also my mom even told me that she tried to call her insurance, once the private investigator thing happened. She tried calling her auto insurance, and the auto insurance was like, we don't cover this because you weren't driving. It wasn't vehicular on vehicular damage. It was a cart. It was a shopping cart in a public space. That's what happens when you're in a parking lot in a grocery store. That it's a public space. My shit gets dinged up all the fucking time. You think I give a shit? My car is not my lifeline. Okay, birds shit on it. I shit on it. Taco Bell shits on it. I don't give a fuck, okay? It's to get me from point A to point B and to not take all my goddamn money with gas. That's it, all right? So it's like, it's a public space. It's bound to happen. That's the risk that you have to take when you're parking in public spaces. Wow, isn't that crazy how that works? Anyway, but yeah, so, my mom just is like super panic mode right now, and, I feel for my mom, because I also get in these modes, but it's also so difficult to get through to her, and then I'm like, God, is this what I'm like? I'm so annoying. But, it's been a little bit tough, because she's just been, like, constantly looking over her shoulder, and, I mean, like, she has a dog, and he's a little Frenchie, so cute, and I've talked about him before, but basically, I was on the phone with her earlier, and, like, he starts barking, and my mom is like, oh, Alexa, turn on the camera, or the side view camera, Alexa, turn on the front door camera, and she's like, no one's there, it's fine, and I'm just like, okay, but you see, she was freaking out that that guy was back. So, anyways, I told her that unless she wants to stay in this purgatory, I think that she has kind of like 3 options. One, she can hide, and I told her she can obviously come stay at my place for a little bit if she wants to get away from that for some time and, like, relax. And obviously I have her back, and then 2, I said, you could go to the police and you could report this as harassment, because this is turning into harassment if it's true that this lady hired a private investigator to trespass on your property to try and get your information. And then the 3rd thing I told her was, if you want to get answers and not be, like, stuck in this purgatory or this unknown, when he comes back, if he comes back, we don't even know, don't open the door. But you can talk on the speaker, or you talk through the door, and you call me, and we can be on the phone together, and ask him to state what his business is. And if he can't clearly tell you what his business is, you tell him you're going to call the cops because he is trespassing. And so basically, and then if he does, like, basically I told her, you are not obligated to be nice. You're not obligated to answer any of his questions. You should be the one asking the questions right now. And if he doesn't answer, then he needs to leave. That's it. It's your property. It's your peace. Protect it. You know, you have every right to do that. You don't need to be nice to this person, especially if this person is connected to someone who is literally harassing you and threatening you over a fucking scrape. They cost less money just to get the scrape fixed. I'm just like, what are you doing, lady? Anyway, yeah, and so regardless, you know, my mom's just freaked out about everything, even though I go in that cycle over and over again of just, like, trying to rationalize with her. And I told her, like, if you're worried about, and I told her, like, even if the worst case scenario happens, you know, you go to small claims court. You know, small claims court is only for claims that are up to a certain amount, right? I think it depends, but, like, let's just say it's like 5,000 or 10,000, right? Which is a lot of money still. But if we're talking specifically about the damages that were done, you know, you look at the type of car, and she sent me pictures, of course, too, of what of the car, and so it's like, if you take a look at it, I mean, it doesn't cost that much money to change the mirror altogether. Let's just say it's like max $500 plus, you know, the court fees, you know, the filing fees and stuff like that. That's what my mom would have to cover. If it even got there, and if she lost, because ultimately it's her word against the lady's word, you know? There is no concrete proof because it was a fucking public parking lot, and it was a cart, and it was a scrape. Oh my god. It's like, why are we acting like it's the end of the fucking world? You know, I looked her up on fucking, you know, the internet, and this lady, she works at a fucking country club. And I'm sorry, but like, I have thoughts about it. She's like kind of high up, or I don't know, as high up as I guess you could be potentially, like, you know, in a country club. And I'm just like, ooh, you know, I'm not gonna say anything. I don't want to say anything. I'm like holding myself back right now because it's gonna come out wrong and mean and evil. But all I can say is that the things that I know about country clubs is that there are some pompous ass fucks that are at country clubs sometimes. Not all of them, but a lot of them can be some pompous ass motherfuckers. And so if you work at one, I don't know. You're around a lot of strange people. You could pick up on their strange habits, is all I'm saying. Okay? So regardless, and also this lady like volunteers or like does shit at like a church, and I'm like, what? Not to bring religion into this, but like, let's just say faith and religion and shit like that. Let's take the good things out of it. Let's fucking forget everything else. Let's just say, like, you know, if you're volunteering at a church, you should be taking away kindness, forgiveness, graciousness, generosity. And this bitch is harassing my mom. I'm just like, what is wrong with you? What is actually fucking wrong with you? Just calm down. Anyway. As you can see, it has absolutely driven me so crazy to have to be dealing with this alongside my mom, because I'm worried about her. I mean, her health has been like on a steady decline the last couple years because she's been like so stressed out about like her job. And it's sad because, you know, I mean, it's ironic, I guess, like the appointment that she was going to before, you know, the private investigator stopped by, it was so that way she could keep getting some workers' comp benefits and stuff like that from her job, because her job is ultimately what caused her to have all of these health problems now from all of the stress. And I'm just like, I was like, I just, and then now she has this stress to deal with. And then not to mention, I only am talking about this because I'm not Iron Mouse with a million people watching me, because I wouldn't say this otherwise. I love my family. I love my dad, even if I don't see eye to eye with him many times or really ever. But I was on the phone with my mom, and I'm trying to like talk her down and stuff like that. I'm trying to like, you know, calm her down. And I remember my mom said, you know, oh, thank you, Kōri, for like, you know, being here for me and supporting me. I really appreciate you talking to me and calling me. And I hear my dad go, what, am I chopped liver on like in the background? And like, when you hear that, you're like, oh, he's joking, right? That's gotta be a joke. Haha, that's funny. No, he wasn't joking, because then he was like, what, am I chopped liver? Fuck. And I'm like, there's no way. And then he starts making it about himself. He's like, I did all this for you this morning, what was it? What did he, I don't know what he did, but I can almost guarantee to you that it was not anything actually crazy. And regardless, it's not about doing things for that spoken gratitude. I do things for my mom because I love her unconditionally. I don't do it for a thank you. I do it because I love her. And my dad has never felt unconditional love once in his life. Not for his wife, not for his daughter, not from his family, not from when he was a kid, not from his 4 brothers and sisters. No, he's never felt unconditional love. Maybe he's felt it for a cat, but that's it. And he just made it about himself. He was like, you always take advantage of me. And he said these things all my life. All my life I've heard him say the same lines, that he feels like my mom is taking advantage of him, that my mom takes him for granted, that my mom doesn't respect him, things like that. My dad is retired, and he retired early and left all of the bills to my mom. My mom is working and stressed out working because she's trying to keep everything afloat. And she doesn't ask him for a thank you. That's not what we do for the people that we care about. But my dad has never felt unconditional love, and so he'll never know. And so it was sad because then they start arguing, and I can hear it because I'm on the phone with my mom still. And then, of course, my dad's like, you're going to do this right now while you're on the phone still? And my mom's like, I gotta go. And it was just so disappointing because, it's the same thing over and over again with those two. They never can communicate. I understood why my dad was upset, but I also don't understand why you would vocalize it at that moment in time. You know what I mean? My mom and my dad have never communicated in a way that is obviously healthy for them about problems and issues. And my mom has tried a lot of things. My dad, not so much. But, it's just, that's where they're at. And I feel so bad for my mom because I love her, but she doesn't have someone physically there to support her in the way that I think she needs right now. And really ever, my mom told me, this is probably why I'm heated about it. Just a week ago, my mom, she tripped and she fell, just a couple feet away from my dad. And she was on the floor. She was ow, and just cringing from the pain, trying to get up. My dad was sitting on the couch a few steps away from her and didn't move. Didn't even go and help her. She had to say, can you help me? And he sighed his usual grumpy sigh, and he stood up and finally helped my mom up off the floor. It's that kind of shit that, I will never understand about my dad. As much as I will love him, unfortunately, for myself, I just will never understand why he only treats my mom like his wife when it is good for him, when it's convenient for him. He only treated me like his daughter when it was convenient for him. And that's always been what it is. But unconditional love is not treating someone like what they're supposed to be, just fragments of the time that you're with them. It's all the time. You approach your arguments with love. You approach taking a shit together with love. You approach panic and anxiety with love when you're with someone like that, when you have unconditional love. But my dad's never had that before, and I can't fault him for that. But my mom doesn't understand it either. She kind of just thinks that this is how someone should be, and so they should be it. And she doesn't understand that my dad is not and will never be that image of a husband that my mom had thought that she married, And they're the ones that have to live with that, unfortunately. And I can only do so much, you know what I mean? But I know that they don't love each other. And it's sad because I didn't realize that until probably college, which is a long time to like not realize it. Anyway, I'm trauma dumping now, so I'll stop. But basically, it's just been really frustrating, and it's just been a lot of like negative emotions that I've been like kind of like pulling from my mom, you know? And so I've just been really overwhelmed. and I'm like, oh my God, it's just been a lot. So I say all this, and I spent an hour talking about this, mostly because I appreciate this being a space where I feel like I could talk about it, but also I want you all to know that I'm not perfect, and people are not perfect, and that we walk together. We are together. We're chilling together. We're experiencing life together, and that means that we make mistakes, and that means that we have these little quirks about ourselves where we panic over a private investigator showing up at our house or things like that, and that you're not alone in just these random little daily struggles that occur that you can never account for, but they happen, and you try to grow from it, you try to learn from it, you try to be a better person, but there's always gonna be that like little voice that's like, no, don't be a good person, be a bad person. And we live with that. I struggle with it. I struggle with life in general, and so I'm just letting you know that you're not alone in your struggle, and that if you can approach the people you care about, even if you're angry at them right now, or you're upset, or you're sad, or maybe they stole a chicken nugget from you from your McDonald's meal, your 10-piece McDonald's meal with a large fry and a sweet tea. Maybe they stole a chicken nugget from that. Forgive them. Forgive them. Tell them you care about them. Tell them you value them. Even if it doesn't get through to them, like, at least you said it, and that you can live with love yourself. So that's what I wanted to say. Out of all this bullshit, you know, I feel so much happier when I know that I can make moves with grace and with love and appreciation of myself and the people around me. I think there's nothing more empowering than that, you know? And I know that, like, I'm proud of the community that I've built here, and I hope that, well, thank you for letting me talk about it. Thank you for being kind of like a safe space for me. But also, I just like, I know it feels pretty lonely sometimes for myself, and so I don't know if anyone else is feeling lonely. I've definitely felt lonely the last couple of days in a way, so I wanted to tell you that you're not alone, and that, like, I'm here, although virtually, and that you're appreciated, and that you are loved, and that your light, no matter how dim or bright it is, you have light. It's there. You have love. Share it as much as you can, as much as you're willing, and it doesn't have to be every day. It doesn't have to be every minute, you know, but when you can, try to put goodness out in the world, you know. So that's all I wanted to say, because there's enough bad shit. There's enough ladies that are harassing, you know, moms out there, okay, apparently, over a fucking scrape on a side view mirror in a public parking lot. Anyways, regardless, you know, I appreciate all of you, and I hope all of you are doing well and are thriving as best as you can, you know. So anyways, I'm gonna catch up on chat now. Anyways, I'm gonna catch up on chat now, my bad. Thank you for, let's see. Thank you for being patient with me. So, all right. Let's see. All right. I have to burp. Oh my God. I just ruined everything with the burp. I swear. Oh gosh. Okay. I'm gonna drink some water. That was not a good one. Okay. All right, let's see. Thank you for being first, Kai, and YoHallo Optic. So I'm so sorry I'm late to saying hi to everybody, by the way. Oh my gosh. I also want to say thank you, Death Striker and Sugar Grim Reaper. Super, sorry, not Sugar. I'm hungry. Super Grim Reaper. The Sugar, could you imagine? It's just like, it's like a Barbie-fied Grim Reaper, just like all pink. Yes, queen. Anyway, Super Grim Reaper. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. And then GT man, thank you for the streak, the 5-stream streak. Mr. Hydrate Man and It's Mecha Rodin, thank you so much for the follows as well. I appreciate all of you. Happy 5. Holy shit, Corey. How the hell does your life become interesting at random times like that? I don't think my life is that interesting is a funny thing. I've been told, like, I've been asked, like, why do you have so many stories? Or how do you, like, how does this happen to you? Or how does this keep happening to you? And, like, I'm not trying to have this happen to me. I think it's just more so I'm lucky enough to be able to verbalize and communicate some of the things that happen to me in a relatively interesting way. I think a lot of people are not used to like verbalizing their own experiences. It's not an easy thing to do, you know, communicating in general, but definitely like having to communicate like an experience, it can be kind of difficult, right? But I've been a yapper my whole life, and so I will tell you all about my experiences if you want to listen. So that's probably why it's just like I just am used to talking aloud about, you know, the things that I go through, and I turn it into a story because I like to be a relatively decent storyteller when I can be. You know, that's what I went to school for. But anyways, Corey, your level-headedness is extraordinary, and I'm guessing learned from the school of life. Yes, definitely GT, yeah. I've worked around rich people. I don't let them rub off on me. They can rub someone else. Okay, that's real. Hey, you know what? Oh, there you go. A little longer one for you. I'll fart gun to that. I respect it. Bromwise, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the check-ins, by the way. Ron and Lime, it's good to see you. Oh my goodness. Hello, hello. Appreciate you. Thank you for the 100 bits, GT. Corey, it sounds like you take after your mom, and that's beautiful. For sure, you're a good person, nurtured through pain, but stronger because of it. We will always admire your strength, and I hope you find people who love you unconditionally. I appreciate that. Thank you. I mean, my mom and my grandma definitely love me unconditionally, you know, so I appreciate it. I mean, I don't... that's very poetic and beautiful. Thank you for viewing me that way. I'm no hero. I'm just a person. We all have our struggles. We didn't choose our struggles, but we have them. You know, I'm just saying that these are my set of struggles. You know, it's not any better or worse than anyone else's. You know, it just this is my struggles that I own, and like it's obviously not a competition. I'm not saying you are saying that, but I know some people like think that way. And I'm like, I'm not thinking that way, you know. Like, I don't think that my struggle is any better or worse. It's just this is what I went through, you know. I do think there's worse things out there, to be fair, but you know, anyways. All right, let me keep catching up here. Let's see here. Also, Twitch is gonna bother me about the freaking ads, so I'm gonna run it. You're not gonna miss anything. I'm just gonna keep catching up on chat. Okay. YoHallo Cosmic and YoHallo Lava Tunero. Welcome in. Oh my gosh, it's so good to see y'all. YoHallo Nimby. Big welcome in. Thank you for being here. I appreciate y'all. Let's see. YoHallo James and YoHallo JR over on YouTube. Thank you for being here. What's up, what's up, what's up? YoHallo Sailing. Big YoHallo. I've listened to Passion 100 times on my smart fridge. Oh my gosh, thank you. I'm glad you did. Thank you. Yeah. Why on the fridge? I don't know, but you know what? That's fair. How do they get a fridge out in the pastures? We don't know. Anyways, YoHallo, what's up, Shogun? Happy Poos Day, y'all. I see Passion is still a banger. Real? Always, always. I hope you've been enjoying it. Thank you for listening to the song once again. YoHallo Nick, good to see you on YouTube. YoHallo Jays as well. Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you for being here. YoHallo Celestial, thank you for being here. YoHallo Nikki, I appreciate you being here. Oh, it's beautiful, cute, pretty. Oh, wow, thank you. Oh, amazing, wonderful, gorgeous. Yes, I appreciate you. You fucked up. I always fuck up, man. I fucked some ginger on the rocks up. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Some lemon jello. Anyways, the quick shit fire. Yeah. She deleted that stuff just like the Slit Fiction game. Sailing, don't jinx it. I'm gonna like log on to it. It's just gonna be gone. Like, it just be deleted somehow, and I'm gonna blame you. All right. Oh my gosh. Okay, let me see. Hey, what's up, Katsuki? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Real. Thank you, Nyx. Passion has been fueling me. Let's go! I love that. Thank you. That sounds like a pain in the ass, which makes sense for quick shits. Yes, there you go. Hell yeah. Over 2K. Yes, over 2K listens on Passion on Spotify specifically. Thank you. Yep, that's every stream. Kai, that's true. Facts. But yes, anyways. Oh yeah, the car accident thing? Yes. It wasn't a car accident though. It was a cart accident. It was a cart. It wasn't even a car. I don't even know what it's Anyways, let's see. Castle, Spider Lily over on YouTube. Thank you for being here. Big YoHallo, welcome in, welcome in. Slip of $20. That's Mama Tuna Roll. That's what she was trying to do. But yes. Anyways, let's see. You know what they say, if you don't got the Costco glizzy, you ain't got the Rizzy reel. Is it sad that I kind of wish she did give her number to the police just to hear an officer go, ma'am, I don't give a fuck about your car mirror. Do this shit the legal way and don't bother me. That's probably what they said, though. That's what I'm saying. That's probably what the police said. I think she did go to the police and, like, they probably were like, bro, report it to your insurance like a normal fucking person. This is a civil matter. Anyways. Oh no, she brought in a fucking PI. This lady is wild and dog. Yeah, that's actually harassment now that I think about it. It is. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I know. Oh my gosh. LMAO, that's so real, but also help. Yeah, shit. Yeah, that's actually what she said. Oh, poor Mama Kōri, so paranoid from this crazy lady harassing her. I feel so bad for her. I know. She could have used that private investigator money to fix her car. That's what I'm saying. Damn. Anyway. Krishna over on YouTube. Thank you for being here. Welcome in. Welcome in. Extreme. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. What's up? What's up? How you doing? Welcome in. Yeah, no worries. Keep talking. Thank you, Autumn. Thank you again for the resubscribe, Autumn. Oh my gosh, I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Let's see. What's up, Death Striker? Hi, it's my first stream. What do you do? I talk a lot. I talk a lot. Shit. Yes, you can tell from the 40-minute delay. Anyway, let's see. Hey, love your streams. Thank you, Void Soul. I appreciate it. Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Big YoHallo. Also, Savage Fluffy over on YouTube. Thank you for being here. Welcome in. Context, I don't know. Watch the stream. I forgot. I forgot. Anyway, let's see. Kōri, how you feeling about everything? GT, man, I'm alive. That's what's up. That's what's up. I'm alive. That's it. That's all we can say, really. Let's see. What's up? Lime, good to see you. Big YoHallo. And Dwan as well. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Hi, Kōri. What's up, Johan? Over on YouTube. Thank you for being here. Hello. Appreciate you. And Haru on YouTube. Thank you for being here. What's up? Dad didn't have a blue paw print on him. Oh, well, right? No Blue's Clues. Okay. Twitchmon, thank you for the hydrate. Let me go do that real quick. Appreciate it. Kidneys. I got in a lot of trouble due to kidneys once. Oh, my gosh. Anyway, sorry. My bad. All right. Damn, rich people will be screwing the common man. I mean, I don't know if she's rich, but at the same time, clearly she's nasty. So that's all I'll say. Anyways, I don't know what she's going through, but still, I feel like from a struggle to another struggle, like, we all struggling, can we just be a little bit forgiving? You know what I mean? Like, oh my gosh. Anyways, Kōri, what's up, Reaper? How you doing? Welcome in. Hope you guys are doing well. Yes, we were just chatting. I'm just obviously yapping for a while. What's up, Shadow Core? Thank you for being here. Thank you. I could say as an investigator, I can say she or he's too busy to go back just for a small paper. It just doesn't make any sense. I mean, that doesn't make any sense at all. So it's literally insane. Yes. Oh my gosh, I know. Let's see. Rogelio over on YouTube. Thank you for being here. Cool to Frog, Big YoHallo, welcome in. Thank you for being here. Appreciate y'all. Let's see. Angry and lazy, such a bizarre combo. Right, Blake? Oh my gosh, I know. Also, good to see you. Welcome and thank you for being here. Hello. Yes, it is a strange combo, but somehow works, I guess, you know? Let's see. If I'm the investigator, I say, ma'am, don't pay me, I'm out. That is a waste of time just to investigate a person just for an argument. Yeah, the other thing that I'm thinking is that maybe it's just like a friend of this lady's. Like this lady knows this investigator and this investigator is doing her a favor. I don't really know. Or maybe it's just a friend. Like, I don't know. We didn't get... no one got his name or like a business card or anything like that. There was no information on this person, so it's possible that they're not even an investigator, though I kind of doubt it, but I don't know. You know, there's no... that hasn't been proven otherwise yet. So, anyways, let's see. Just like how my parking at my condo says you park your vehicle at your own risk. Right! Like, those signs are up there for a reason, you know what I mean? Yeah, so it's pretty silly for sure. What's up, Kōri and rich people ensuing? Yes. What's up with Kōri? Oh, what's up with Kōri and rich people ensuing? I don't know, man. I only did it once, okay? And it wasn't... I don't know, man. It was just because I wanted to learn, all right? It's a good learning experience. I do think that if you are able to, and you have the legal right, you have the evidence, you should potentially go to small claims court just to learn it, because it honestly was a really good learning and grounding experience for me, and that's why I can approach some of these situations a little bit more, like, thoroughly, you know what I mean? So yes, thank you for the bits, Vandal Ghost Wolf, and thank you for the gifted sub. Really appreciate it. Hope you're doing good. Welcome in, welcome in. Charlie Exits, thank you so much for the follow, and thank you for the bits as well. Welcome in, welcome in. Big YoHallo. I'm catching up on chat. I'm very behind. So yes. Anyways, what's up, Super Grim Reaper? What happened? Long story. Long story. I'm not even gonna explain it again, but don't worry about it. Anyways, let's see. Let's see. What's up? The Wolf. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Big YoHallo. Welcome in, welcome in. And Big YoHallo Madara. Welcome in on YouTube. And Anexity. Thank you for being here. Welcome in, welcome in. Let's see. Let's see. Hi, hello, Ultra Chicken Fire. Sorry that you didn't get along with your dad. My dad was great and always cared for me and my family. That's great. I'm happy to hear that. I'm happy to hear that. That's good. Hello, Viv. I'm so sorry you have to deal with this family dynamic. I feel that. Nah, it's okay. You don't have. No one here has anything to apologize for. But thank you for your compassion. Yeah, it's okay. It made me ultimately a better and stronger person. I think, you know, my dad. I love him for the fact that he has taught me a lot of things about who I don't want to be. You know, I don't want to be the strange, hypocritical person that he can be sometimes, you know. I know that my dad has shown me love before, his own version of it, you know. But we all love and accept love differently. And you know, sometimes you never really get on that same wavelength. And so it's not like it's not like he hates me, you know. I'm definitely thankful to still have somewhat of a relationship with my dad, even if it's not like the best one. You know, like I said, my dad, I'm thankful for because he taught me a lot of things in the world that I don't want to ever pursue. and I don't ever want to put out, you know. Because I see where it took him, and he lives a sad life, so I don't want to live a sad life. You know what I mean? Anyway, so I remember that a story once. A person once was accused of a crime by another. That person had raised their voice and drew a crowd, but not once did the accused lose their ground. But once the authorities came out, the crowd that was once with the person then became quiet and looked away from everything. Well, yeah, because the police are there. The police are there, yeah, absolutely. What is up, Rabbit? Over on YouTube, thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Let's see. I'm currently single, but I had some fallout in past relationships that had to end the relationships. That's okay. You learn from those. You know what I mean? This is what happens, you know? What's up, Proximus over on YouTube, and Ice as well, 7R. I'll just call you that because I don't like ice. Anyways, 7R, welcome in. Thank you for being here. I just lost my place in the chat. Okay, here we go. LG, all good. You needed that vent. I appreciate that, son. Big YoHallo, by the way, son. Oh my gosh. Sorry. My freaking nails have been kind of wonky. I don't know what's going on there. I'm just gonna try to freaking file this one down because it's sharp on the edge. Edging? Anyway. On main? Alright. Give Mama Kōri a hug for me. Thank you for your kind words, Kōri. No, of course. I would if I could, you know. She's unfortunately I don't live with my parents anymore, which is a good and a sucky thing because my mom has to go through this mostly alone. But yeah. Anyways, it must not be easy to talk about, so thank you for sharing it. The way you treat people and your community shows a lot of your mom's kindness in you. It really means a lot. Thank you. I appreciate it. I mean, there's a lot of things that I've said and I've done and I operate under, and it's because, like, you know, I don't want to do anything that would make my mom be ashamed of me or, like, you know, disappointed in me. Like, everything that I do and that I put out, like, there's a lot of times where, you know, I have opinions about things, of course, and they're just my opinions, they're not fact. But, like, you know, you go on social media and there's so many people about, like, just, you know, slamming their opinions out there, and sometimes you want to say your opinion back, you know, because you see so much, and I constantly am like, but my mom would probably be like, no, and so I'm gonna say no, and so there's a lot of ways that I operate as, like, a VTuber or a content creator that I feel like I do because I want to not make my mom be disappointed in me. Not that she ever really would, but, you know, like, I want her to be proud of the actions that I make, you know? So anyways, yeah, I'm an only child, and I've said this before, but one of the not that there's many problems with being an only child, because yes, I was relatively spoiled, you know, with what we had, and I didn't have to share with anybody else. I mean, even when I was a kid, people would be like as I was growing up, you know, people be like, oh, Kōri, don't you want, like, a sibling, like a brother or sister? I was like, hell no. I said it to their damn face. I said, no, I don't want no brother, sister. I don't want no sibling, okay? I said, it's just me, and it's gonna stay that way, all right? Anyway, so, you know, I never really wanted siblings. My mom didn't want any other kids, by the way. My mom was like, one and done. And you know what? I'm gonna respect her decision. That's her body. She can do what she wants with it. I got shit out of her, so, like, she don't gotta shit out more of me. You know, that's how I feel. Like, we're done. You know what I mean? Anyway, so basically, you know, I unfortunately had to grow up just, like, those were the only, like, adult, like, how do I explain this? I don't really get to share in that weight of, you know, the good and the bad times with, like, your parents, you know what I mean? It was just, like, I saw all of it, and I didn't have anyone else to really, like, relate with and go through that with, you know? So I guess to me, I'm a little bit desensitized to, like, some of the things that happened, or, you know, things like that. But it's you know, it's not fun. It's not fun looking back on it. But at the same time, you know, I'm still glad to be an only child. It just kind of sucks because I wish there were more people around to support, like, my family, you know? At least my parents, or, you know, at the very, very least, my mom, you know? Because, yeah. And it sucks, like, not living closer to them, you know, as well. So, yeah. Anyways, all right, let me go ahead and catch up on chat. I'm usually very private and quiet about my problems because I would get either ignored or bullied to talk about them. I'm sorry to hear that, Ultra Chicken Fire. I think everybody has stories, and I feel like, as someone who has an English degree with an emphasis on creative writing, I've always enjoyed hearing other people's stories. Even if you think it's boring, like, I don't mind listening or reading it. I don't mind understanding it, even if it's just, like, understanding the surface of it, because, like, that was something that affected you. You're a human being just like me. Things affect me differently, and things are going to affect you differently, but I think there's always value in learning about each other, and value in understanding each other. Like, as best as we can, or like making an attempt to understand before we judge. You know what I mean? So, unless you like Sonic, then I'm just judging you. No, I'm just kidding. Unless you're like extremely obsessed over Sonic in like unhealthy amounts, then yeah, I'm gonna judge you. But or you're a brony, yeah, I'm gonna judge. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm messing. It's fine. I miss my wife Tails. All right. Anyways. Anyways, yes. No, it's not okay to bully people for their stories or their experiences, and it's not okay to ignore it either, because there hopefully will be a lesson in the things that we share in our stories. Hopefully there is something there to learn from. Even if we take different learnings or lessons from those stories, they're still important. So anyways, I'm just saying that because, you know, I want this to be a place where you feel like you can talk about it, you know, but you don't have to. It's absolutely fine to not talk about it as well, you know. They're yours, so you get to do whatever you want with them. Anyways, thank you for the follow, Proxima Mux and Pizza Cat as well, by the way. Thank you for the follows. Welcome in, everybody. Appreciate it. Let's see. Good luck, Corey. Thank you, Elon. Appreciate it. Thank you, Vando, for the super chat, by the way. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the support. Thank you. Appreciate you being here. Thank you for hanging out on YouTube. Let's see. Smart fridge. I hate smart fridges or any smart technologies. Why does my toaster have to be smarter than me? That's pretty real. What's up, Holla? Ain't no holla back, girl. What's up? Good to see you. Welcome in over on YouTube. Thank you for being here. Dude, I don't know why, but ginger ale unironically sounds really good right now. Let's go. Do it. Some ginger ale on the rocks. Let's go. I'm the digital snow syrup that just messes with your settings just to make small inconveniences. You definitely can blame me. All right, there you go. That's fair. Fashion has been saving grace these last 2 days. I had such a stressful day yesterday that I was still stressed today, and it was a normal work day. Passion was my anchor in the storm. Aw, that's really kind of you. I'm glad you feel that way. I'm honored. Thank you for saying that. I'm very grateful that my song could make you feel a bit better. Let's see. Vandal Ghost 12, thank you for becoming a snow syrup on YouTube. Thank you for the membership. Let's go. Hell yeah. Appreciate you. Thank you for the support. Thank you for being here. Let's see. What's up, Go Mom? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. What's up? Hope you're chilling. Oh, wait. I think the BGM might be off, to be honest. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, there. Turn it back on. I'm like, the BGM might be off. I forgot to turn it back on. All right, now it's on. Let's see. Hello, welcome in, Charlie. Thank you for coming by. I appreciate it. Once again, thank you for the bits. Thank you for the support. Thank you. We all out here struggling like nuts from Berserkle. Yeah, that's crazy. That's so real, though. Oh my gosh, yeah. Angry and crazy sounds like my living area every other day. It'd be like that. It'd be like that. Let's see. Good learning experience. Yes, real. What's up, Kiki? No, I'm just kidding. We don't support that here. Anyways, so welcome in. Over on YouTube. Appreciate you. But just be crazy. That's what happened. Yeah, there you go. Easy. There we go. Oh my gosh. Anyways, catching up here. Corey, what's up, School Road? Thank you for being here. What's up? Taught me a lot about the person I don't want to be. That's a sadly relatable mood, dog. Yeah, I'd be like that. What's up, Al? Ooh, a raccoon. Where? No, I'm just kidding. You talking about nails is the most girly thing I've ever heard. It's literally no. Literally no. Literally no. Trust me, I've talked about really dumb girly shit, but it's not the kind of girly shit you want to hear about, okay? So you'll know I'm with the science team. All right. Shut up. All right. Edging on Maine. That's my job. All right, okay. Chill, dog. It's a really good way to act. I appreciate it, Liam. Yes, opinions you're allowed to have on the internet? That's crazy. Being an only child myself. Preach, Corey. Let's go. There you go. I'm an adopted only child. I did have 6 siblings. It was as rough. I see. I got you. I didn't ask for much as a kid, though. Being an only child did give me a ridiculous amount of time to become very creative. Yes, real. Oh my gosh. Did make me live in my own fantasies, but I enjoyed it. Oh, I feel that too. One and done. I'll order none and done for me with a side of Dr. Pepper, please. Shut up, Shogun. Jesus. All right. Anyways, I'm an only child too, and I always got asked if I wish I had a sibling. I always told them, well, I never knew about anything else. That's fair. Yeah. Bob blast on the ass. You know what I'm saying? I'm a middle child. That's how you know I was the problem. Alright, Shogun. Alright, that's fair. I was adopted the helicopter parents, and I'm 24, and they still think they control my life, but I still love them. It'd be like that. It'd be like that. What's up, JR? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Sonic, Brony, honey, nothing's more powerful than the power of birth control than Magic the Gathering. I saw this fucking meme that was like, why is he playing Magic the Gathering by himself? Like, this dude's just like, it's just like had all these cards set out and like had it set up or whatever. It's like, that's not called Magic the Gathering anymore. It's just called Magic. Because he was just like fucking doing it by himself. And I was like, oh, that's so mean. I was like, oh man, I feel bad now. But you know, that's pretty real. Anyway. Such a mood. Only child, yes. Though I like it, though. Yes, I agree. I like being only child as well. I've been summoned by ginger ale. Let's go. Real. See, I could talk about it, or I could put all of that shit into a box, bury that box in my backyard, and then one day I'll die. Okay. Thanks, Shogun. For you, cooked on passion so hard. Ah, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm glad you like it. I'm glad you like the new song. I also like it, but but yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Hi, yes. Welcome in, MJ. Good to see you. Ginger ale over some limoncello? No. No. Don't get it twisted, okay? Don't get it twisted, Sailing. It's ginger ale on the rocks and then limoncello. Separate entities. Separate Kronk times, okay? Because Kronk ain't dad, all right? Anyways, let's see. I was full on 7-Up my whole life, but now I'm more into ginger ale. When I was a kiddo, I craved Orange Crush. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. What is up, Rams, over on YouTube? Thank you for being here. Welcome in. Kiki, okay, I gotta know. Am I more of a booba or... Alright, I'm not answering that question. There are a lot of people you meet that are like that, give you, oh, yep, I don't want to be like that. Yeah, that's real. Yeah. What can I say? Friendship is magic, but yeah. He was in a shadow game. I'm gonna mix him out of spite. Bleh! Terrible. Terrible. I hate you. No, I don't hate you, but you know, anyways. Why does it feel like I've received an alright joke in every comment? Well, anyways, how's your period tracker? You can't see this one. I'm just like pulling my whole face down, okay? Every single wrinkle, alright? Every wrinkle on my beautiful 63-year-old fucking face is being pulled down right now, okay? Oh, Lord. Anyway. Genuinely... What the fuck? I feel like, you know, I'm not even gonna say anything about it. I don't have anything to say. I don't have anything constructive to say about the fucking ovulation tracker, the VTuber ovulation tracker. Because why? Someone designed, like, someone with knowledge in website development decided to make that. Just why? I don't understand. I just don't understand. Anyway. I said 63 and I put this on. So if you get that number wrong, I don't know what to say about that. Anyways, someone had way too much free time. Yeah, real. Anyway, okay, never mind. All right, Shogun, chill, okay, chill, dog. You're gonna be okay. All right, you're gonna be fine. What is your next convention? Well, we have one this weekend on March 7th. We're going to AceCon, which is out in Palm Harbor, Florida. And it is, we're doing a concert out there too called Dear Diary. Very excited. It'll be great. So yes, this weekend we have one. And I've been preparing for that. Which has been a time and a half. It's been a time and a half preparing for that. But it's okay. You know what? It's been good. So I can't. No, it hasn't been good. But you know. I'm alive. And that's what matters. Anyways. But yeah. We have a full list of the cons on my website. Or you could also look at our concerts too. What is free time? Forgot I had to write a text. And I have to learn that by heart. And speak 3 minutes in Japanese in front of a crowd. Oh. That's crazy. Oh dear, oh dear. Good luck, you got this, you got this. It's like, not me. I don't want to think about it. Oh my gosh, this thinking about university is not a time. Mama Raid over on YouTube. Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in, Raiders. How y'all doing? Oh my gosh, it's so good to see you. We have not fixed the shout out command, so don't use that. I keep forgetting. Mama Raid, thank you so much for the raid. How are y'all? How was your stream? What are y'all up to? What's up, what's up, what's up? Hope y'all are chilling. How you doing? How you doing? We're just yapping right now. We're literally just... Who knows? We're just talking. Lots of talking. But yes, how y'all doing? Welcome in. Hope y'all are chilling. Enjoying the day. Okay. I hope you're chilling. Yes. Thank you for streaming. Thank you for creating content. So good to see you, by the way. Oh my gosh. How have you been? Obviously, don't let me keep you captive. If you need to do any after stream care, please take care of yourself. Get some water. Okay. Get some food. All the good stuff. Just playing date, everything. Nothing crazy. We ate an apple. Nice, dude. Have you bought? I know someone in our community has purchased the date everything like sunglasses because they like have it on sale as like a merch item. I don't know, man. What if it works? What if it actually works? Okay. It'd be great. Oh my gosh. Hey guys, what's up? Movie tickets. Thank you for being here. And thank you for the raid, Mari. I really appreciate it. What's up, Sir the Nerd? Appreciate you. No, you're good. You're good. Thank you for being here. Agent Black Watch as well. Thank you for being here. Welcome in. And GU, thank you for being here. Welcome in, everybody. And Apple changes everything. You know what? It'd be like that. Let's go. Date Viators. Yes. Exactly. There we go. This is what's up. All right. Oh yeah, speaking of dating everything, I got the IRL date Viators, and they are so cool. See? That's what I said. Freaking, you got it. Oh my gosh. Do not date everything IRL. That's how you get sent to a facility. Aw, darn. Anyways, apples keep the doctor away on a literal sense. On a literal sense? I mean, okay, that's fair. If they work, that makes me worried for the Elden Beast. Oh, what do you mean by that? What do you mean by that, Sterling? I don't know. It's a little bit suspicious. What is right? I don't know what you mean by that. I'm a little concerned. This is concern happening right now in my voice. What are you talking about? Oh my gosh. Anyways, yes. We're just chatting. We're just hanging out. If you don't know who I am, Big YoHallo. Welcome in. Welcome in. Thank you for being here. My name is Kōri. Like Kōri in the House, my favorite anime. And I'm an IRL event VTuber. What does that mean? We've been to over 30 plus conventions. And I virtually attend. And I interact with the con goers that go to the con and enjoy their time. And I also host IRL VTuber concerts. I've been really like spearheading and kind of leading that charge with the IRL VTuber concerts. And we've actually got one coming up this upcoming weekend. It's going to be at Palm Harbor Library in Florida. And it's on March 7th, and it's on Saturday. And it's free to attend the convention. It's also free to obviously attend the concert as well. If you can't make it in person, no worries. You can also watch it on, for sure, Twitch. We're trying to figure out YouTube, but definitely Twitch. All of the previous concert VODs are up on my Twitch, so you can also watch that there if you would like to, of course. But yes, that is what's up. Definitely check it out. Check out the cool times at Dear Diary concert and more concerts to come. We've got our big Las Vegas concert coming up in April, which I'm really excited about. It's called Isekai. This is our second one, so it's season 2. And it's gonna be great. It's on a big cinema screen out in Las Vegas. We're gonna be debuting an entire new album as well during the concert. So if you want a first look and cool experience in Las Vegas, definitely come to the Las Vegas concert. It's a great time. Anyways, I'm gonna keep catching up on chat here because I am once again behind a little bit. I had fun flirting with the shadow in my house. Real, he was very hot. The Shadow Lord. Yes, I have heard things. I've heard things. That's fair. Thank you again for coming by today. I really appreciate it. It's good to see you. Again, I hope you get some snacks, get some rest. Thank you again for streaming. I can confirm after wearing the date Viators and listening to NSP's song Objects of Desire, I will neither confirm nor deny if they work. All right. All right. No, I don't think I will. Shayling, fucking damn it. Okay. What's up, Nisi? How you doing? Welcome in. Kōri in the House, the most iconic anime. Exactly. Real. Exactly. That's so real. And legendary game on the Nintendo DS. That's all I'm saying. Anyway. Right, sorry. I used it, the command. Now you're good. Yeah, it was used on YouTube. All right, you're good. New album, woo woo, yes. Is the Isekai concert located in Las Vegas, California? Is your brain in the room with that? Shut up, son. My God. Anyways. Because my brain's not in the room with us right now. Have you visited Vegas to enjoy Vegas before? So actually, that's a great segue into my next conversational point. So the short answer is yes. The longer answer, which is one of the things I want to talk about today, is that I had gotten to see Lady Gaga and actually perform in Las Vegas in the past was it? I don't know when it was actually, but let's just say in the past year or so, I had gotten to go see sometime in the past year. I usually wait quite a while before I talk about it on stream because obviously, like, I don't want anyone to know where I've been. But in your walls, anyways, yeah, I got to see Lady Gaga live. It was so amazing. It was so great. I had such a great time. So now I'm gonna tell you about the experience. So strap in. First of all, I was in Las Vegas, and I know some of the community members are also in Las Vegas, so I'm sorry. I did not tell you that I was there, and I was never going to tell you I was there, to be fair, but anyways, I was there. We were potentially breathing the same air. Regardless, I don't remember what day it was, but the first day I was there, you know, I fly in, and I just, like, you know, go straight. It's the most embarrassing thing ever. I don't even drop off my bags, like, at the hotel. I go straight to a buffet called the Wicked Spoon. And you have to understand something, okay? I really like this buffet, all right? I really like this buffet. I went there, like, I want to say maybe like 2 times. Like I've been to a few Vegas buffets when I was younger, because like my mom's like coworkers, they gambled a lot, and so they got like freebie shit like at the hotels, and my mom would like bring me along with her sometimes. So they get like a whole room for free, for example. And so we would tag along, and so I got to go to Vegas like, I don't know, maybe a few times, not a whole lot, because, you know, traveling. But you know, I did get to go, and I went to several buffets when I was like a kid, and I don't remember them that well, but like, you know, I did remember Wicked Spoon. And the story that my mom will tell all of you if she had the chance is that, you know, when we went when I was younger, we like we they at Wicked Spoon at the time, they had these little like they had these little things of like rice or something, but they packaged it very cutely. It was like in a little to-go box like you would see at like a Chinese restaurant. And so I had one of them, and we ate the rice, or we shared the rice, and then we went to like the dessert bar, and we just like took a bunch of stuff and put it inside the to-go box and took it. Because, we're little fucking raccoons that way. And it's funny because I put all this, my mom packed up this little to-go container, and we hid it in her purse or whatever, and then we left. And then she handed it to me to hold, and I think, like, next thing she knew, I ate, like, the whole thing. And she's like, I didn't have any! And I was like, I don't know, I guess I was hungry, I don't know what happened, I just ate the whole thing. So anyways, yeah, she'll tell you that story, I'm sure, if she had the chance. But regardless, I remember the first day that I was in Vegas for the Lady Gaga concert specifically. The first thing I didn't drop off my bags. I went straight to Wicked Spoon. I went straight to Wicked Spoon. I had my bags with me. I didn't give a fuck. I got up there and I ate, okay? And it was a little bit annoying because I had to I'm the kind of person that's a little bit worried about just leaving my bag somewhere. So like I had to like carry all my shit whenever I got up to go get more plates of food, but it's because I'm crazy. So anyways, so yeah, it was amazing. It was great. So I had Wicked Spoon that day, and then I don't remember what I did the rest of the day. What did I do? Oh wait, actually no, it's all coming back to me now. And I was actually gonna make like a little travel vlog for it, but that's not the direction that like my YouTube channel's going in anymore. So it sucks because I had all this footage, but at the same time, I'm like, what am I going to do with this? I don't know. But regardless, I think it was that night. I decided to go, because there's always shows and shit happening. I wanted to go to medieval times because I've never done one of those, like, medieval time-esque shows. And let's be honest, I just wanted to sit in the front row, eat my raw dog, my fucking turkey leg, and then catcall the fucking knights. Cause, wow, man. Anyways, that's what I was gonna be doing at medieval times. So maybe they just didn't want me there. I don't know. But regardless, they didn't have any shows that particular night that I was there. Like that night they didn't have any at all. I don't know. And so like I ended up not going to that. But instead, I decided, I was like, you know what? I've seen like the Jabberwockies, which is like a dance group, if you've never heard of them before. They've been in like a bunch of music videos. They, I think, got really popular from being on like one of the dance, like America's Got Talent or something like that, one of those like shows. And so those like show competition type things, that they were on that, and they got popular from that, I think. Or they were more well known after that point. And so I was like, I've never seen like the Jabberwockies, and apparently they have like a show that's like not too far from where I was. I mean, okay, it's like a Las Vegas 2 blocks, so you know what that means if you've ever been to Vegas. But yeah, so I ended up going to watch the Jabberwockies, and I also I decided to sit right in the front. I decided to sit right in the front because I was like, why not? And so, yeah, I was like right up there, and I got to see all them dance. It was so fun though, because like I think I love the choreography. I love the performance. You know what I mean? It was fun. I have this video where they play, to the windows, to the walls, right? But then you can hear me, and I'm like yelling, and I'm like, to the windows, to the walls, and then they cut the song, but like they move, it's like transitions to the next song, but I continue, and I say, the sweat drip down my balls. Fully, I didn't have a sip of any type of alcoholic beverage. I didn't have a sip. I didn't have a snort of any type of drug, not a sniff of marijuana. I was just high on life, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, I just like, it's so funny because, like, the music cuts and it's just me yelling, sweat dripping down my balls. I was like, oh god. Anyways, yeah. Regardless, moving on. So, watched the Jabberwockies perform. It was awesome. And then right after that, I saw that there was a show nearby called Thunder from Down Under. And it was like, you know what? It was like Magic Mike. Like, that's what it was. And I was like, oh. And so I decided, you know what? The night is young. You know what? The night is young. Let me go ahead and check that. And it was on sale. The tickets were on sale. And then there was one, like, right next to, like, the shit that they perform on. And I was like, fuck yeah, fuck it. The night is young. I'm going to go ahead and get this. I'm going to go. And so then I went to this thing called Thunder from Down Under. And it was great. You did not. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I went to go see it. I have a picture. It's so funny. It's like all these fucking, there's all these men, just like, buff men. And like, I was like sitting on the lap of one of them. I have a picture. I have it like out on my countertop actually. When people came over for Christmas, that's the first thing I showed them. I was like, look at what I did. It's like an accomplishment. And then, by the way, I showed them that my diploma is like fucking off to the side. I don't give a fuck about that English degree that I spent way too much money on. You know, fuck that. No. I'm showing them the Thunder from Down Under fucking picture. Okay, fuck the diploma. This is my life fucking achievement. Okay? To be surrounded by hot, buff men who probably don't give a shit about me 100%. Whatever, alright? I don't give a shit about them either, but they're hot at least, okay? I'm just kidding. I hope they're good, anyway. But yeah. It was really great. It was really funny. So anyways, I had gotten, you can't like record everything, obviously, but I recorded some stuff and it was great. It was really fun. It was mostly fun to just like, because obviously I went to see the Jabberwockies and then afterwards I saw the Thunder from Down Under, which like I jokingly, but honestly, it kind of is just like an adult version of the Jabberwockies because like they just like dance and stuff like that. There's like little scenes. It's like kind of cute. Like there's one that was like, oh, the classic like police thing, and then they bring people up on the stage. I didn't want to go up because I was scared, but also because like there is, okay, listen, this is the thing, right? Some of y'all don't know this. Most of my demographic is males, so I'm gonna put you on some game right now, okay? Us ladies, we know how to fucking party, okay? When there's no fucking, you know, actual danger or threat to our lives, no danger or potential of getting fucking roofied, we know how to party, okay? And man, did the ladies in there, we partied, all right? We partied hard, all right? Everyone was getting wet not from bodily juices, but from actual fucking like water, champagne, alcohol, being thrown and tossed around. Titties were out. No, I'm just kidding. Not titties were. Titties were not out, but booties were out. I did get to see some male booty cheeks, and I was very happy about that. I'll say that right now. It's kind of funny though because I was sitting there and I was like, they have to shave their butts. I know that's like such a random thing to be thinking about, but like it's like I was like watching the show. I was like, oh wow, that's a really like clean shaven butt, but like they have to shave their butts. That's so funny. Oh my gosh. Anyway, yeah. So anyways, yeah, it was great because there was this like older lady there who, you know, I think she was there. I don't know why she was there, but she was an older lady. And I literally saw at this one point, she was like not that far from me. So I got to see everything. And, at one point, like, one of the dancers, obviously like you can kind of see them, like they ask first to like you know, are you okay doing this? Like, everything was consensual, of course. And obviously, like, sometimes they bring up people, like, onto the stage and, like, they kind of, like, dance on them. I can see as they're bringing them up to the stage that, like, the dancer, the you know, the male performers are also, like, asking and letting them know, like, here's what's gonna happen. Are you okay with this? You know, is there anything that makes you uncomfortable? Like, you can tell that they are obviously being professional about it. But, you know, everyone's having a good time. They don't give a fuck. It's like, yeah, fucking, fucking tie me up and call me a rotisserie chicken. Yes. Like, you know, they don't care. But, you know, they still ask, right? But yeah, so then they, you know, there's this, like, old lady there, and she had these glasses on, and one of the dancers, like, you know, is in front of her, standing in front of her, and he has a shirt off, okay, and, like, it's kind of like, you know, just a towel. He just has a towel on his lower half of his body. You don't see anything, but it's just a towel. And I remember he, like, pours water on himself, and then he, like, she, like, grabs her glasses and, like, you know, sensually, like, guides the rim of the glasses, like, down his chest, and then he, like, tucks the glasses, like, into his, like, waistline with the towel, and then made the old lady, like, get it, but he was like, no hands, and the old lady, like, used her mouth. I was like, that's my girl! That's my girl! I don't know, Aunt Clara! That's my girl! Yeah, I was fucking hype. I didn't know who the fuck she was, but I was like, yes! That's my girl! That's my girl! That's my dog! Okay? So anyways, yeah, it was really funny. It was really great. And then I think she also was chosen to, like, go up on stage at some point, and I think she did see a penis. So I know you guys are like, did you see penis? Like, you guys have never seen a fucking penis before. I didn't see any penis. I mean, I wasn't really looking. I mean, I'm ass is great. We all have ass, hopefully. Hopefully you have an ass. I have an ass, you know? We sit on it most of the time. And so, like, you know, it's fine. But, actual penises, peni, none. I didn't really care to see it. It was more so just, like, fun to watch them dance. Like, I know this is weird, but I've always, now this is a special kind of dance, but I've enjoyed watching or, like, learning masculine choreography, because it is a little bit different. Like, feminine choreography is, it just, that's what I'm used to, but I do like the way that, like, usually more, like, masculine type of choreography looks and feels. Like, it's really, like, snappy and powerful, but I don't do it well for various reasons. It's just not what I've been trained on or anything, but I like watching it. And so there definitely was, like, they were dancing, you know, it was just kind of like a party, but, like, the guys actually cared about having a good time and not just getting pussy. You know what I mean? It was good. It was a fun time, you know? They actually just looked like they were homeboys, you know, like they were dapping each other up and, you know, cheering each other on. Like, I don't know, it looked like they were having fun as well, which I think is obviously that is great for them, and it makes us feel good too, you know what I mean? But yeah. Anyways, so that happened. I got to watch the Thunder from Down Under show, and then I obviously told my mom about it. My mom was like, oh man, I wish I could go. I was like, well, I'll take you next time. But yeah, it was fun. It was good. I didn't have anything done to me. I didn't really want anything done with me, you know. So yeah, I was chill. but it was just fun to, like, watch them dance and, like, you know, just beautiful people. Beautiful people in the room, just having a good time. Anyways, and then I remember maybe I shouldn't share this. I'll share it anyway. But I remember, like, you know, you had to pay to get a picture done, but I was like, I'm getting a fucking picture. So I go up there, and, like, you all know I'm an introvert at heart, okay? And, like, there's just men that are like shirtless and are like, come sit on my lap. And it's I had a favorite guy. Okay, we all have a favorite guy. It's okay to do that, okay? The show's meant to kind of be that way, all right? But I had a favorite guy, and I was like, I'm gonna sit on your lap. So then I sat in his lap, and then they took the picture, and he was like asking me like, oh, where are you from? And this and that. I was like, wow, is this what like a man is supposed to do, is like actually show interest in like me as a person? No, I'm just kidding. I have some broccoli. Do you want my broccoli? If you know, you know. Anyways, but yeah, then I got the picture, and then it gets printed out like towards the exit of the establishment. And so I go to the exit, and the guy that's like getting the pictures done, or like finishing the pictures, he's just like a worker, and like he's like, oh, I have this thing where like based on your pose I can guess like what kind of person you are. Like are you freaky, or are you like, you know, cutie or something like that, right? Or like, are you kind of like, oh my god, what was the word he used? I don't remember what the words he used, but it was basically something like that. Like, are you a freak in the sheets, or are you kind of like vanilla? Basically, I don't know what the right word he was, but that's what he was kind of saying. And I remember he like looked at my photo, and he was like, oh, well, like your body's kind of like angled in, and you know your legs are closed. And I'm like, yeah, because I'm wearing a fucking mini skirt. I don't want my fucking punani out at the fucking, you know, camera. Not that that's a problem, but I just personally didn't. I was gonna show my mom this, you know what I mean? And so he was like, oh, you're like safe. You're a cutie or whatever. And I was like, okay. So then I took it, and I was like, all right, thanks. I appreciate that. I will not elaborate any further on whether or not that's true. But I took that, and I was like, cool, and I laughed, and and I got to show my mom, so that's what mattered. So so yeah. Anyway, this is what a man's supposed to be like. She asks him and don't answer. I know, I'm just messing around. I'm just messing around. So anyway, so then after that, I went back to the hotel room, and I slept. And then the next day was the Lady Gaga concert. But I obviously slept in a little bit, you know, just from like traveling, and then, you know, all staying up late. And then, well, late for me, all right. And then I went to Wicked Spoon. Again, day 2, Wicked Spoon, once a motherfucking again, we back, bitches, okay? So I went to the Wicked Spoon buffet, and I ate, and then I went back to the hotel room, and I took a nap. And then I got up, and then got ready to go to Lady Gaga concert. And so then I get to walking, and I get eventually to the area. I don't even know which hotel it was, to be honest. So I can't even give you that information. I don't remember. But I get to the hotel that's nearby, where the concert's at. And I just go to see, like, where is it? Okay, cool. Now, I had a VIP package for the show, so that means I got to get in a little bit earlier. I didn't realize, first of all, the merch line was, like, abnormally long. It was super long. And so I stood in the merch line, and it was hot. You know, this is the desert. And I know, like, all of you guys are like, well, duh. But you see, I am a bitch. And I don't handle the heat well. Nothing is good with me in the heat. Like, it doesn't even have to be that hot, and I'm like dying. So Ice Princess, I guess, right? So then I start dying in the heat, and I'm like, well, I need to get this merch. And then there was a separate line from the general admission for the VIP, right? But I couldn't tell how long that line was, and I obviously had to get the merch first. So I get the merch, and then I get in line for the VIP, but they're not letting people in for another, like, you know, 10, 15 minutes. So then I'm waiting, and I'm just like, oh God, I don't feel good. And then finally they start letting people in, and I feel like I'm about to pass out. I genuinely feel like I am about to have a heat stroke. And, like, I'm not joking. I was seriously on the verge of having a heat stroke. And so I, like, finally get inside where it's air conditioned, but it's not super air conditioning because, like, the doors open and shit like that. So then finally figured out where to go, where the VIP section was. And then there was a merch line, or there was a merch section, like, right outside the VIP section. Or like the bar or whatever, it's like the VIP bar lounge, I don't know what it's called. So then I get the merch, and even while I'm in the merch line, I'm like trying to like just relax because I was like this close to just like fainting. But I was like, could you imagine how embarrassing that would be? I was like, I'd be so embarrassed if I fainted here. Oh my god, there's so many people around, and then I might lose my merch. So that would be ass. And so then I was like, oh no, I'm not gonna faint. I'm fine. And so then I get my merch, and then I finally get to go sit down, and I get some water, and I cooled down. I literally, like, the seat was cold, table was cold. I just laid down on the table. I was like, I don't care if it's dirty. Like, I put my arms on it. I was just like, it's so hot. I was like literally about to die. I was this close to passing out. And so, yeah. Luckily I survived. And then, I eventually the show was going to, well, I thought the show was going to start, soon. So I go find my seat. And, so funny. There's like the people next to me are just like, okay, it's just an old man and his wife. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It was an old man and his wife that was next to me, and I was like, huh. I was like, huh, well, that's great. I mean, I'm glad, to be honest, but I feel a little bit bad because some of you might know I get turned the fuck up, and I don't mean like actually with alcohol or anything like that. I just get turned up, just period, and naturally, and like I was a little bit worried because like this old man was next to me, and I didn't want to like hurt him and accidentally, you know. I didn't, obviously, I was fine, but, you know, I was just a little bit worried about that. Thank you for the subscribe with Prime, by the way, Oblivious. I really appreciate it. Thank you! It's good to see you. Welcome in. Sorry, I'm in the middle of my story, and I have 2 brain cells, so I'm gonna forget if not. But yes, thank you for being here, and, Kenyon, thank you for being here as well. The burp. It's not gonna be good. Thank you for the check-in. It's your boy, John. Welcome in. So, what happened? We were waiting, waiting for the show to start, and I remember the people behind me, like, they were like a group of like 4 people, and they like, I don't know why, but they asked me like, is it okay, do you mind if like we smoke back here? And I was like, I don't care, go ahead. I was like, why are you asking me? I don't get it. Like, just do whatever the fuck you're gonna do back there. Just like fucking, I don't care. All right. Anyway, so they start getting high or whatever, which is fine. I don't care. It's their life, it's their body. The show starts, and I am up. Okay, her whole thing for this concert, right, was the category is dance or die. And let me tell you, I was dancing, non-stop dancing, okay? I was on my feet the entire show, okay? This ain't no joke, okay? This is real. And so I was on my feet. I was yelling and screaming, hooting and hollering, okay? Shenan once, you shenan again. And it was fun. It was really, really great. I loved it. She is such an amazing performer, you know? I think this was the first concert that I've been, I mean, I haven't been to many concerts, but this is the first one that I've been to where like there were no opening acts, like it was just her, but she had so much stage presence, like genuinely, it was amazing. And the way that the like overall concert was like structured, you know, it was beautiful, it was great, it was amazing. I mean, there was like a story in it, you know what I mean? And like the props were super cool as well. I don't know. It was just such a great experience. And like, she performed a lot of her old songs, but I liked it because she performed like shorter versions of them and still really like she embraced them for what they were, which were like, those are her hits and everyone loves to hear it. But she also obviously focused more so on like her newer songs, which is also really great. And it was really fun. I had a great time. I was on my feet the entire time. I was hooting and hollering. I was yelling. I was screaming in this poor old man's ear, but he and his wife were having a good time, so I'm like, you know what? It is what it is. But you know what's so weird is that, you know, everyone else was like on their phone and like recording and like, or sitting down. And it's always weird to me. Like, I've been to concerts like this before where like, it's mostly just people who like, I don't know. A lot of people just, I don't know if it's just like maybe a generational thing, but like, I have this rule with myself where when I'm at a event, I want to be present. You know what I mean? And yes, I want to take some videos. I want to take some pictures. I definitely took quite a bit of videos of, you know, the concert and performance, but I wanted to be in the moment. So I always have a cutoff. I'm like, I'll record 30 seconds of this song and then that's it. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, I want to dance. I want to be there. And even when I'm recording, I'm like dancing. So it's hard to tell what the fuck is going on anyway because I'm dancing. You know what I mean? So it's pretty silly. But for me, I guess, but for me, like, I like to live in the moment. And I was like, there were so many people, like, when I looked out at the people, you know, most people were just like on their phone, like recording, and I'm like, they're watching their performance through their phone, and I'm like, but that's how you're going to like watch it later. I don't know. It's like, you paid to be here. Don't you want to like really experience it like while you're here? I don't know. Like, again, no shame on them. It's just like different ways to experience it. But you know, I was dancing. That's what her music does or has done for me. That's what it's done for a lot of people. It makes them want to move. It resonates with who they are as people. And so it's like, that's her way of connecting with us. And like, I wanted to connect with her in the very small way that I can, because I know I'm just one person and she's performing to, you know, millions of people, billions of people across her concerts. But you know, I think something that really surprised me, and this might sound a little bit deep or weird, but you know, when Lady Gaga would take some moments to like, you know, talk to the people there, to the audience, and ultimately she was saying a lot of the same things that I say, and this is not a comparison thing, but it's more so like it opened my eyes up a little bit, you know, to her as a performer, as an artist. Like, she genuinely would say things like, you know, thank you for being the light that you are, you know, never change, be yourself. You know, the story that she was telling with this concert was like facing a version of yourself. It was confronting this like shadow of your past and of yourself. And I feel like in a lot of ways I've conducted my concerts in a very similar way, and also some of the story that's being told through Kōri's story is similar in that way as well, you know? And so I didn't realize it at the time, or like I didn't realize it until that moment where I felt like, you know, somehow this artist that I really look up to, amongst many, many other creatives, you know, I feel like I resonated with her on a different level in that moment. I don't know, obviously she doesn't fucking know that, but like, and she doesn't need to know that, but like in that moment, I felt like I got to connect with her. It's a one-sided connection, but like I got to connect with her in a way that I had never connected with this artist before. And it was thanks to my experiences as a VTuber and as a performer myself, you know, at least in my own right, as a performer myself. And so it was a really interesting moment because, you know, she was saying to be yourself, and ultimately, you know, at a high level, that's a lot of what I end up saying in my concerts as well, the message I try to tell. And it was cool, you know, and I think she's an amazing performer, and I've always thought that, but yeah, she's really, really great. And so I really enjoyed myself. I had a great time. Now, the only annoying fucking thing was that those same people who were like, do you mind if we smoke? And I said, yeah, go ahead, I don't care. You know, behind me, they like spilled their drink and it got all over my bag and like all over the merch bag as well, which luckily it was, you know, the merch was in a bag, so it didn't like get any of the drink on the merch itself, but it got all over the bag. It got all over my bag. And I was just like, oh my fucking It's like, they really spilled this? Really? Oh my gosh. So that was the only, like, annoying thing. And then afterwards, you know, the concert was over, and I was just so fucking tired, man. I remember, like, walking up, because, you know, it's like, it's a concert hall, so you have to walk up these stairs to get out. And I remember I was walking up these stairs, and, you know... I'm walking up there and I'm wearing a fucking crop top and a mini skirt, and I was like, my coochie is probably out, but I don't give a fuck. I'm too tired to give a fuck. If somebody fucking sees my punani, if somebody sees my fucking panties, I don't give a fuck. I'm fucking walking, okay? I'm fucking walking here. I had too much fun, and I am too tired and sweaty and sticky and sore to give a shit about that right now, okay? I want to go lay down. So anyways, yeah. Then I got to go back to the hotel and fucking shower and feel less sticky, and I was chill. And then the next day, my final day in Vegas, I get up, I pack all my stuff out, I check out, and I go to Wicked Spoon! Let's go! Day 3! Last day in Vegas. We go in day 3 for Wicked Spoon. All right. A whole 40? Yeah, 40. It's like $20 spilled. No, literally. Yeah, it was. It was like $20 spilled. I was like, wow. Anyways, but yeah, I just ended up going to Wicked Spoon again. And I remember, like, so I took pictures of, like, myself, at Wicked Spoon on the first day, the second day, and the third day. And it's so funny because on the third day, you can literally, like, you can tell that I'm just, like, so exhausted and so fucking full. I was like, I can't eat anymore. I don't want anymore. So anyways, yeah, but I kind of went for the meme because, like, my mom and grandma had gone to Vegas, like, some time ago, and they both really liked Wicked Spoon, and so I was like, when I go, I'm gonna go every day. And my mom's like, don't do that. And I'm like, I'm gonna do it. So I went every day. But if you think about it, right? Okay, just walk with me here, okay? Vegas food is so expensive, you know? And so I was like, I don't want to fucking... If I'm gonna eat, I might as well just pay the $60 or whatever the fuck for Wicked Spoon and just eat, and then not really eat the rest of the day. And then that's like the same fucking price. And at least, like, Wicked Spoon was, like, cheaper, okay? Oh my gosh. Anyway, so yeah, it's that's what I decided. I was like, I'm just gonna eat the buffet and then not eat anything else basically the rest of the day, and that's what happened. So yeah. Anyways, and then I left. So I went back to Xylon, but it was fun. I had a really great time. And so the long story is that I have gone to Vegas, and that the most recent time I went to Vegas was for the Lady Gaga concert, and it was amazing. It was so good. She's such a great performer. And I hope that I can have that much stage presence when I grow up, I guess. So anyways, but I honestly, like, I look up to a lot of creatives. I look up to a lot of artists. So even if Lady Gaga isn't your jazz for whatever reason, I listen to a lot of different artists, you know. I don't think I have a favorite artist, but, you know, I definitely enjoyed being able to watch her perform, and, like, just her energy was so great, and, like, the crowd was great too, aside from just, like, all the recording, like, all the phones up. Like, it was just a sea of phones when I looked out. It was just so weird. Anyways, but yeah, I had a great time. I definitely got my workout in. I was jumping, hooting and hollering. So, it was fun. Trying to think if there's anything else that happened. I don't think so. I think that was it. Yeah, that was the main things. I mean, I had some like weird interactions, like amidst like the traveling, but you know, I won't get into that right now. Anyways, Lost Silver, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome in. And Top Gun, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Raccoon spotted. Let's go. Real. Exactly. Hello, Rena. How are you doing? Hello. Big YoHallo. How you doing? Welcome in. Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Y'all, if you haven't already, please check out Dear Diary. Dear Diary is going to be great. Rena's going to be doing a solo performance for Dear Diary, which we're really excited about. So thank you so much for being here. It's good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Welcome in. I'm just yapping. I'm just yapping and talking about silly stories and stuff like that. But welcome in. I hope you're doing good. Hello, hello. Okay, let me catch up on chat here. Okay. I'm getting a little bit of a mini migraine, but we chillin'. How you? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Migraines are not a joke. Migraines are very serious, and I hope you feel better. I'm very sorry to hear that. Yes, please feel better. Those emotes are so cute. Heck yeah. We love a bit of a yap. Yes, Rena, exactly. Real. Same. Me too. But yes, thank you for joining us for Dear Diary. Really excited for it. Thank you. Let's see. Thank you. Absolutely. Oh, mods, can you give Reno a shout out, please? I appreciate that if you could do that. Thank you. I just saw the Nick Cage emote. What? It's because I'm literally Nicolas Cage. Do you see me? This is my face. So, you know, I'm just being honest about what's going on here. Anyway, please watch Spider-Man Yor. Anyway, all right, let me see. Oh my gosh, I'm way behind. Thank you for chatting, even though I'm like, I'm like not looking at chat right away. I appreciate it all. Okay. Swig of water. Let's see. Let's go. That's awesome. Yeah, my friend's daughters went to the concert. Okay, Autumn. Cool. My friend's daughter's dogs. Okay, well, congrats, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, awesome. Thank you, Viv. Yeah. Yay, Kōri has been in my walls. That's wild, but okay, real. Let's see. I've had an acquaintance, they went to see her in my local city, and it's insane. They were first row true. Ah, nice. Heck yeah. Yo, legendary Miss Gaga. Yes, exactly. Real. What's up, Soggy Pizza? Thank you for being here. Let's see. You got to see Lady Gaga in Las Vegas? Yes! Yes! I did! Kōri freaked out another child with her cheering. I 100% did, yeah. Because, like, the Jabberwockies, like, the Jabberwocky show was, like, you know, kids could go to it. And there were kids semi around me. And I was like, I just fucking screamed at the top of my lungs. To the windows! To the walls! To the sweat drip down my balls! I just screamed that out loud. I'm so embarrassing. Not like no sip of any alcoholic beverage. We're turned on air right now and just pure oxygen. Like, what the fuck? I don't know, man. But yeah, I definitely did. Now you're good. I feel like if I saw you, it'd be on site. On site? What the fuck do you mean? We're gonna fucking square up? I feel like for us, it's gonna be a circle up. Because instead of, like, squaring up like we're fighting, we're circling because we're hugging. We're hugging. On site! Circle up, dog! Circle up! Just fucking curve your arms around my body. Alright? And give me a fucking hug, you little shit. Alright? Yeah, that's what I meant. Alright, fuck you. Whatever then. Don't give me a hug. Look, all I've said is that all of my core community of what I have seen, probably even people that I haven't seen before, all y'all look huggable. Autumn looks extra huggable. Okay? But all of y'all, generally speaking, look huggable. And I just want to, like, respectfully hug the shit out of you. I want you to shit your pants from how hard we're hugging. Okay? On-site hugs. On-site. On-site. Alright? Oh my gosh. Hi, Lizard, by the way. I'm catching up on chat right now. But we're just yapping. We're just chilling. We're just hanging out. Thank you for being here. It's good to see you. How are you? I'm hug the monitor next time I see you. Real. Respectable. Respectable. Anyways, you got to see the Queen Slayer enemies and you didn't invite me? This is a joke for obvious reasons. I know. You know, I did consider telling you guys that I was in Vegas, but I was like, I'm not ready. I was like, I'm not ready. That sounds so like dumb, needy girlfriend type thing. I'm not ready. Oh my god. Stop rushing me! Stop it, Janet! Anyway, sorry. Alright, yeah. I know. It was really great. It was really great. It was awesome. We love walls and raccoons. I remember seeing a family of 5 baby raccoons and a mama raccoon in my patio. Now we have 2 opossum running around rail. Let's go. Yes, Wicked Spoon is fire, not gonna lie. Yes! 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 Wicked Spoon is fire! Golden Corral is more of an oofe. Alright. Expensive as hell, but a fun one-time experience. Yes. It was, I mean, it was not a one-time experience for me, I'll tell you that. No. Absolutely not. I was eating there every day I was there, so... You could have ate froyo on my driveway to prove you're not AI, like I would give my address. Only 2 community members know my address. What? Why would I do that when I was at a fucking buffet in Las Vegas eating my fucking heart out, dog? Getting diabetes and shit like that, okay? Why would I just want froyo when I could have the whole buffet? That's what I was doing, son. Get with the program, okay? I was there to eat. I was there to eat, all right? Gobble that shit up, all right? I ate a lot. I ate a lot. Anyway, let's see. I love buffet. We have a buffet having Chinese food, even though it's not traditional Chinese food. My favorites are sushi, buffet, or hot pot, or K-barbecue. Real? Okay. Respectable. Respectable. Also, welcome in Mythos. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Welcome in Big YoHallo. What's up? What's up? Thank you for the follow. Yes, feel free to hang out. We're just yapping right now, talking about Las Vegas specifically. But yes, welcome in. Thank you for being here. Girl had a mission. Damn straight, Cosmic. I did. Anyways, yeah, ours got shut down due to health concerns. Yeah, Golden Corral. I've only been to Golden Corral like once, so. Anyways, did you go to Wicked Spoon again after going to Wicked Spoon? Foreshadowing. Not so subtle, but was fucking foreshadowing. Anyways, let's see. That's a mood, yeah. What's up? Cosmic Hamsty? Wait, I gotta call you Hamsty. We already have a Cosmic. Oh shit, fuck. Thank you for being here. What's up, Zoff? Thank you for being here as well. Spray her down. Okay, goddamn, alright, jeez. Anyways, thank you for the check-in. Welcome and good to see you. What's up? Anyways, cat calling the Knights. Kōri, how could you? Anyways, that queen, though. Okay, come on, Shogun. Like, you wouldn't be sitting next to me. You and Autumn wouldn't be sitting next to me, cat calling the Knights and saying, kiss me on the lips. Like, you wouldn't be saying that. You already say that to each other. You're not gonna say that to the fucking hot Knights that are wearing shiny knight armor and on beautiful horses and fucking big lance type fucking beat, okay? You're gonna tell me that you're gonna sit there and tell me that you wouldn't be next to me catcalling the Knights? Alright? Someone come grab their sassy last VTuber! No, it's so real, yeah. Marijuana. Exactly, movie, you get it. One too many ginger ale on the rocks, I see. Yeah, that's so real. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. No, you did not. What do you mean, no, I did not, okay? Honestly, it'd be really fun to see the Absinthe show in Vegas again. That show was super fun. I got pulled onto the stage, won a lap dance contest to a stranger, won 2 free cocktails, good times. Sounds like a Shogun thing to do. Respectfully. Now you need to go, but in the Kōri thong, and whip that out. Just like, get those, like, rip-off pants, and just have that on for when you get the lap dance, whatever. Anyways, I had a friend who worked there. She oiled all the models. That's real. You can say you were oiled up, Autumn. It's okay. What? I'll never be oiled up yet. Why'd you say it like that? Oh, no wonder I can't say thunder around you. What do you mean? You were sitting on one of their laps? Yes, I was. I did, yeah. I have a picture. Anyway, certainly conversation bees. It's a good time. That's what it is. The words that are coming in your mouth are straight crazy. Peak but crazy? What do you mean peak but crazy? What the fuck? Okay, respectable. Anyways, I'm gonna go wild. In the best of waves, we know how to party proceeds to go to Wicked Spoon for the 10th time in one weekend! Why are you calling me out like that? Why are you calling me out like that? Just because you're fucking right? Okay, what the fuck? Anyways. Oh my gosh. Simon, thank you for the follow, by the way. Appreciate it. I'm super behind. Oh my gosh. GT, man, thank you for the bits, by the way. You like masculine choreography for power. I like feminine choreo because I enjoy looking good while I do it. Oh shit, am I behind now? Listen, I don't know gender identity, sexuality. I don't know any of that. I just know I like food. Who wants to eat some good food with me? That's how I feel. Anyways, the men who do that, it's their job. Many love it. Yeah, it's great. Corey admitting that her house is kept cold over here. I too dislike the heat. Real felt. No heat up in here. Straight glaciers. Anyways. Hey, yo, cheeks. Men. Yeah. Why would there be chickens? You saw cocks or something? Why would there be chickens? Yeah, we saw a bunch of chickens. Coming from a family where I grew up almost strictly around women, can't confirm y'all know how to party. Let's go. Real. Hell yeah. Oh my gosh. What's up, Urk? 81. What is that rat in your lap? It's my large penis. It's my dick. Look at the size of that thing, you know what I'm saying? It's all the way up here. I'm just kidding. This is Actorac, unfortunately. Dumb raccoon that goes dumpster diving. Just be like that. Anyway. See, I know I'm such a wimp because if the genders were reversed, I could not bring myself to go to a show like that. I would literally be so embarrassed and uncomfortable. I fucking suck, dog. What? Honestly, I feel like I want to watch men dance. I want to watch women dance. I want to watch they, thems dance. I don't give a fuck. I just like to watch people have a good time and dance. And I would like to dance along, okay? Why can't we all dance together? Maybe I look silly, but we can all dance together and I can be the dumb looking one, okay? Anyways, I feel that though. Let's see. Professional, right? Bro, this is just IRL love in deep space. IRL love in deep space is so fucking crazy. Shut the fuck up. But that's real as fuck at the same time. But there's like not as, well, I was about to say there's not as much plot, but like, there kind of was, because there were like scenes. Like one of them was like, oh, like this Viking type thing, which I think Shogun would have liked. And then another one was like a police officer type thing, classic, and like he was like doing naughty stuff on like the car, you know, type thing. And then there was like another one that was like, oh my god, what was it? I don't know, but they had like little stories to them. They did. So you're right, it kind of is IRL love in deep space. Because they had like different outfits and shit like that. Ah! They had different outfits. Oh my god. It is IRL love in deep space. Oh fuck. Oh no. Anyway. What's up, Jazzy Wolf? Good to see you. Hello. Tie me up and call me a rotisserie chicken. It's crazy, dog. Real. Yeah, that's what I said. Okay, period. All right, let's see. Anyway, mistaking a rat for raccoon. No wonder Rocket get angry every time. You know it'd be like that. That's my girl right there. Hell yeah. Raccoon getting a lap dance sounds wild. Luckily, didn't get that, so I'm chill. What's up, Mud? How you doing? Welcome in. Big YoHallo. I mean, regardless of gender, an adult dancer, I would hope, loves their job enough to dedicate so much to it. Yes, agree. Yeah. All right, time to visit for Level Up. Oh my god! Can we all go? Do you guys all want to go with me? Can we all together to Thunder from Down Under? Please! Please! Can we all go? Please! Please come with me to Thunder from Down Under! Please! Can we all go together at Level Up? Can we go watch Thunder from Down Under? Please! Please! It'd be so fun, I promise! Come on! Please, can we go to Thunder from Down Under? Please! Anyway, I'm just kidding. I'm messing around. Anyways, absolutely not. No, Sid, what? God damn it! Don't pull out the sound for this shit. Why? Downhill, don't make me get the spray bottle. If we can't go to all you can eat, you can't go to your all you can eat. That's wild. That's wild that you would say that. But like, true. That's true, but like, damn. I accept, Kōri. Let's go, Lizard! Let's go, Lizard! See, Lizard's a real one. My ride or die homie right there, okay? Alright, fine, but only if I get to give one of the meta dance. I gotta show who's boss. You gotta assert dominance. Assert dominance? Oh my fucking god. I'll go if we go to anywhere but Wicked Spoon. Come on! We gotta go to both, clearly. I'm just kidding. Oh my god. Anyway, flabbergasted. Straight flabbergasted. Gasted all the flabber. I don't know what that means. Anyway, Freaky or cutie, I'm a no touchy. That's fair. What's up, Jeeks, over on Twitch? Thank you for being here. More buffet, yes. Thunder down under. Lady Gaga, Wicked Spoon twice, 3 times. 3 times. That sounds like the best Vegas trip you could have had. It was great. It was a great time. I had a lot of fun. I mean, obviously, I walked around quite a bit as well. Oh, I went to what's it called? Like the Museum of Art or something like that. I tried to go to like the Van Gogh Experience Museum, but I didn't end up being able to get in. So I went to like the Museum of Arts or something like that. I don't remember, but it was a museum and it was like an interactive thing, which was cute. But yeah, I went to that and that was fun. I like got this little package that you could get where you could also like sit down and like have this like interactive tea time thing. I don't know how to explain it, but anyways, you walk through the museum and then there's this little like corner where there's projectors like looking down on these tables, and it's like a dark room. But there's these projectors looking down the tables, and so the tables themselves are like lit up, and like you get the tea, and somehow by some technologica, the image on the projector will come down and like go on your tea. Like you have a little teacup, and on the surface of the water there's a little image that populates there, and if you like, you know, pick it up and drink it, it'll go away. You put it back down and it reappears. And then also you can kind of interact with like the virtual canvas that was on the table. It was really cute, and I was like glad because I just wanted to sit down for a little bit because I ate so damn much. No, I was kidding. But yeah, so it was cute. So but yeah, I got like all these little pictures of like the different little areas that they had in the interactive museum, and yeah, it was nice. It was nice. It was no, it was not an AI date. No, it was just it was like actual, like a canvas of art, like a painting, like a virtual painting, but it was not a person like talking to you or anything like that. But yes. Anyways, all you could think is embarrassment fair. Yeah, literally. What's up, Seven? Sword over on YouTube. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. Welcome in. What's up, Matthias, as well? Thank you for being here. Yeah, that heat exhaustion will sneak up on you hella quick. Yes, that is exactly what happened. Wow, no opening acts. That's actually kind of amazing. It was absolutely outstanding. It was wonderful. Yeah. I usually go to concerts with mosh pits, so there's usually no time to record to not die from being crushed. That's real. That's real, which makes it more fun. That's real. Oh, speaking of that, oh my god, I'll get into that in a second, but mosh pits, there is a point to that I will talk about in a second. Anyways, what's up, Melky over on YouTube? Thank you for being here. Big YoHallo, hope you're chilling. We're just yapping right now, hanging out. Makes me glad that they kept the no phone etiquette during musicals. Yeah, that's pretty real. See, I've been to 4 different NSP concerts, and they've started doing this thing where they specifically ask the audience not to record the concert except the last song as a middle ground. Yeah, that's really real. I've seen your concerts. You seem to have that same mentality, and that's wholesome. Thank you, GT. Which is smart, but it does make me irrationally annoyed when I see people sneaking their phones to record. Oh, yeah, I feel that, yeah. Not the merch bag! I know, yeah, I remember someone dropped a whole Modelo 40 on my shoes at a house show I went to. I was like, a whole 40? All right. Yes, I did completely disregard the context for the whole 40. But anyways, for their sake and mental health, I pray they didn't see your punani. What do you mean? What the fuck? I mean, yeah, that's pretty fair, actually. I was probably fucking thug nasty, bro. I was hooting and hollering, dancing the whole time. All right. Anyways, oh shit, I lost my place in the chat. Very cool. Very, very epic. Alright, there you go. Kōri out here fighting for her life at Wicked Spoon round 3. No, literally, yes, Wicked Spoon thrice. Not once-ith, not twice-ith, thrice-ith, okay? Anyway, Vegas food in the strip is expensive. Yes, in the strip, it is expensive, for sure. Absolutely. On site, bro. That's right, but yeah. Circle up, throw that ass. Autumn is extra huggable. All right, there you go. I don't know if we're ready to witness Kōri in your full Kōri-ness. That's we're getting close. Tojo-chan was not my final form. I'm just kidding. Anyways, no, for safety reasons, I'm glad you didn't tell us. Okay, that's why do you say it for safety reasons? Like you guys were gonna do something crazy. I know you wouldn't do anything, but you know. They said, all you can eat. I'm going to die at this buffet. Yes, I'm going to die at this buffet. You can eat. Did someone say my name? No, someone threw that up. Anyways, in James's car, and it was you. I wouldn't because I'm not into men. I stand without up. I'm into men and women. Damn. Anyways, what's up, hero? Welcome in over on YouTube. Thank you for being here. No, I'd be catcalling them in the manner of, oh, babe, I just love that thick rocket of yours. Damn, boy, you wear that coat in public. Show me your sabotage. Shut up, Shogun. I will give a stranger a lap dance in front of a crowd in the Kōri thong just for you. No, I was wearing a kilt when it happened, so that would just make it easier access. All right, moving on. Can you get art made of Kōri sitting on the lap of the fashion Actually, now do it! Oh my god, that is so fucking funny! I'm so dead! Oh my god! The way that would be like my magnum opus, by the way, I would make that my Discord banner everywhere. Like that, actually, that would be my banner on Twitter, on YouTube, on Discord, on Twitch. That's what I would have it on everything. Oh my god, that's so funny. Give the guys axe face. That's real. Gender identity, sexual identity. The only identity I go by is a threat. Anyway. Nah, I'm lame when it comes to that shit. I got offered to go to a show by a girl I was dating at the time. One of the clubs was offering a shared dance for Valentine's. I chickened out. Oh, I see. You gotta give it a shot. Just give it a shot one time for the one time, you know. I had a car on the stage. Yes and no. It was like a prop, but yeah, it was half a car. I'll say it that way. I hate that you know I like Vikings that much to say so crazy shit like that. Thunder from Down Under Community Night. Let's go! Yes! Let's fucking go. Oh, what the hell? Go stare at, man. Let's fucking go! Honestly, listen, I feel like you are firm in your sexuality. If you go to shit like that, you're like, you know what? I know what I like. It's not this, but I respect it, you know? And we love that, okay? That's okay. That's okay. It's okay that we do that, all right? Oh my god. Plays Rip Granny. She got hit by a bazooka. Just suggestively? What the fuck are you putting in my chat right now? I fucking know that song too. Shut the fuck up. Anyways, look at me. I am the captain now. Oh my gosh. Did you go to Omega Mart? No. I went to the M&M store and like I went to the Coca-Cola store and I did that like around the world at Coca-Cola or whatever. And it was like, I think it was like 16 or like 24 different like Coca-Colas from different like countries or whatever. And most of them I did not like. So there was one that I tasted and I was like, this tastes like barbecue sauce. And then I saw like a family and these kids were like also trying it and the kids got to the one that tasted like barbecue sauce and they also were like, ugh. Anyways, all right. Art museum. My friend worked there and I got to go there twice for free. Why do you know so many people that worked at these establishments? I'm just kidding, because you fucking live there. Anyways, was it real water? Interesting. It was it's not real, it was tea. It was like milk tea or something like that. The original museum is in Korea. Oh, okay. I would be so annoyed by that. Like, I just want to drink my tea, dog. Okay. Little fun fact, nerd! Okay, damn. Alright, damn, jeez. Senior Games 19! Thank you for the follow, welcome in, appreciate you. Actually! Thank you for the follow, welcome in. Soul and Serena, thank you so much for the follows. Welcome everybody to YoHallo! My name is Kōri, like Kōri in the House, my favorite anime, and we're just chatting, we're just hanging out right now. I'm yapping, that's what we do. Let's see. Lock your doors, buddy. Mosh pit at Sinful Symphony? Real. Who drinks beer in a 40-ounce bottle? It was a house show, not Simple Symphony, right? Yeah. No, but still, we care about your privacy and safety. Okay, dog? Alright, damn. Alright. I would? Alright, Cosmic, damn. Oh, then never mind, I won't do it. Alright. No, I can't. I'm too shy for that shit. Aw, man. Around the world, around the world, around the world. She caught up. Shut the fuck up, Autumn. Don't tell me what I did or didn't do or what to do. All right, just kidding. Can head out now. No worries. Have a good winter, Shimon. Yes, safe travels. Have a good night, day, whatever time it is. Enjoy yourself. Yes. Barbecue sauce on my titties. There it was. Barbecue sauce on my titties. Well, now I gotta find that type of Coca-Cola and pour it out of my titties. Anyway. All right. Kōri in the House is a callback. Real! Hell yeah. Anyway. Has she stopped talking for more than 10 seconds yet? Maybe. Maybe. I would see a burlesque show at most because I think those are fascinating from an artistic standpoint. Yes! Yes! I agree. I mean, I'm not that interested in burlesque, but I liked the movie. And I know your mom likes that movie too. But I'd be interested in seeing it. I mean, I'm the kind of person that's like, I'll try or see anything once most of the time. As long as I'm mentally okay, I probably would try it. And as long as I'm safe and I feel safe, I would probably try it. Or like experience something. So yeah, I'd probably be down too. That's pretty real. Oh, so sorry, talking about mosh pit. So, so I saw Lady Gaga and another performer that I saw that I kind of talked about already, so it's not like a huge secret. I didn't say anything about Lady Gaga because obviously they're like, you know, she's big artist for the most part, bigger artist. And but the other artist that I also got to see in person is Baby Metal. I got to go to one of their concerts, and that was also really fun. I got to see them and Bloodywood. Bloodywood was one of the opening acts, and then there's another band that also played. I can't remember the name. I'm sorry, but Bloodywood, I like Bloodywood a lot, as well as Baby Metal. And so I was excited to see Bloodywood perform. They had so much energy, and if you've never heard of Bloodywood, you should definitely check them out. They're really, really fun, and they're really great performers as well. I mean, they were going ham, and it was awesome. And just as like an opening act, they were full of energy. It was amazing, and yeah. So then, for Baby Metal's performance, I will say I've seen them perform before. There was like a festival that they were a part of, and I saw like a bunch of other like rock metal-esque artists, and also them. But I wanted to see them fully in concert. But I don't know if I just had my expectations like insanely high for it because I already saw them perform once and I loved it. But it was a little bit underwhelming, just a tad. You know, they were playing a lot of the old songs, which is like not a problem per se. But I was a little bit surprised at that because I don't know. I think it's just because like you know, everyone knows those songs, like that's how they got popular. Like, but they played those songs as well, like some of those songs at the festival that I went to, and I was kind of like, I mean, it was fine then, but I was like, this time I was like, wait, you're playing this again and like now? And I was expecting more stuff from like the recent albums, but I think they only performed like a very small handful of the new songs, which is weird to me. You know, I don't know. To me, it was a little bit strange. So it was a little bit underwhelming, to be honest. Like, I don't know if I just had my expectations too high, but I also had a good time. I was like, how do I explain it? There was the ground floor, and then there was like a balcony area, and I was in the balcony area, and I was the second row from the front. And so there was a row in front of me, and then it was just like, you know, basically you can see down and look at the stage from above. But I wanted to sit down. I didn't want to. I've done the concerts where I've stood up the entire time, and, you know, I'm just like, you know, if I can sit down, I will sit down. So I wanted to sit down, and the balcony had those like seated areas, and so I was able to sit, which is nice. But obviously when Baby Metal got on, and well, Bloody Wood and Baby Metal, I was stood up the entire time, pretty much. And so it doesn't really matter, but I like having the option to sit. That's all I wanted to say. And so, anyways, I got to watch people mosh pit from above, which is kind of cool to like watch people like, you know, the circle and stuff like that. And the way that like the performers interact with like the mosh pit as well. Because I've seen it, but not really. Like when I was at the festival, I did see it, but it was at like a different scale, you know what I mean? So yeah, but anyways, seeing Baby Metal perform is really, really fun. They did great, and I love their little, like, their dance routines as well. Very impressive. And but again, it was really short. Like, I don't know if it's because like I just watched, like, not just watched, but it was like, I don't know, not super long after I had gone to see Lady Gaga, but like they only well, to me it was like they didn't perform that long. I think it was only like an hour and a half or so, maybe an hour, which is still a long time. But I was like, I don't know, it was a little bit like underwhelming. But I still enjoyed myself. And it was funny because, you know, I remember as we were waiting for the show to start, there's people behind me who were talking, and like this guy was like, oh, I've never even like, you know, listened to, or I don't really listen to Baby Metal, but I just saw that like the tickets were on sale, so I decided to come. So they didn't even really like, they didn't really care about Baby Metal or like the show. And the reason why it matters that I say that is because, you know, I was stood up the entire Baby Metal performance. And the way that the, you know, balcony seats are is that it's hard to see if someone is standing in front of you. But it was so weird because like in the section that I was in, not like really no one else was standing up, but like on the other sections people were standing up. So whatever, and we were like right smack in the middle. So I was like, why are we not fucking dancing? I don't understand. And so I was stood up the entire time, and unfortunately that meant I was blocking the row behind me. And so I turned around at some point and they left. They were gone. I don't know where they went, but they were not behind me anymore. And I was like, it's fine, whatever. I can dance more. But what annoyed me was that I was like dancing, and like, you know, the ways that the seat were was that like the top of like the chairs were like essentially like hitting my legs, like my shin and like my knees, because I was dancing and like bending, you know, and it would just like slam into the top of the chairs. So I had all these bruises. Not the first time that's happened, and honestly I expected as much, but but yeah, it was fun. It was a good time. So I danced, hoot and hollered, I screamed. I tried to like kind of metal scream along with the songs, and that was fun because I never really like tried to do that before, but I was just doing it for fun anyway. But yeah, it's funny because like even at the Lady Gaga concert, like if you guys have never heard me, if you guys have never heard me at a concert before, I do have a video up, like the vlog here. You know what? I'll just show you. I'll just play it for you. You can listen. But I scream, and I will scream at any point in time. It doesn't really matter when. It just I'm gonna scream and have a good time. So that's what I do. And where is it? Here we go. So this was at Baby Metal's performance, and this is on my YouTube, by the way. But you can like, this is what I was doing, but like the entire time. These are just like clips.
Really amazing, and that was cool. Baby Metal was really awesome. With his hands up right here, little here, and you're about to hear it. So headphone warning. These are, I can't play the actual like songs or the actual audio fully because obviously I'll get copyright striked. So these are just little clips of the times that I screamed or made a funny noise or something like that. So enjoy.
Oh my gosh. So that's me. Woo! It just gets more and more like delusional. So that's me, Jessica. We can tell. Alright, fuck you, Nav. This was the Apache concert I went to, which is like even worse. I can believe it, like the way that I was screaming. Oh my god. What was that? Like, what was I just what is that? What did someone come get her? Someone come get her. What the fuck? That's me, like the entire time. That's me the entire time. Those are just very small snippets of the dumb shit that I say at the concerts, but I am just that way the entire time. So so I have quite a few videos of me just screaming at the top of my fucking lungs at like the Lady Gaga concert, at the fucking Baby Metal concert, and it's funny because like I kind of like automatically metal scream because it doesn't hurt like my vocal cords when I do that way. so it's like a mixture between screaming and metal screaming, and so yeah, it's great. It definitely concerns people that are around me, but it's a good time. Anyway, let's see. Let me catch up on chat. My bad. I just want to reiterate that I'm so glad I got to see how far you've come in this 23 months I've been a part of this community. You truly are incredible, and it's beautiful to see. What the fuck? What the fuck, Adam? Oh my god. Oh my god, like, me twirling my hair. Oh my god, Adam. That was, like, so random. Like, thank you. No, I appreciate that. Thank you. What the heck? Right back at you. I'm excited to play Split Fiction with you. It'll be a good time. I'm excited to continue to see you grow as well. I mean, I said that to you on a personal note as well, of just like how much I've seen, I've the pleasure that I've had in a non-weird way, the amazing time that I've had being able to see you grow and prosper and change in the last year or two as well. I mean, 2 years almost now. Wow. It's outstanding. It's wonderful. You're doing a spectacular job at being yourself and finding yourself, because I know that's really hard for me too. But also, you know, your content creation stuff, following your music, you know, finding your sound, finding the things that make you happy, like all of that maturing and like growth that I've been able to see, the honor that I've been able to witness that in you. I mean, I said it to you privately, and I'm sorry to put you on blast now, but I mean it. Like, I mean every word, and it's real, it's true. And, yeah, I feel the same way. Thank you. I feel the same way towards you. So, yeah. Anyways. Alright, thank you, Autumn. What's up, How to Prank? How you doing over on YouTube? Thank you for being here. I could do burlesque, but I couldn't do a legit adult dance. I feel so weird being in physical contact with a stranger like that. I mean, I don't think I'd want anyone to touch me, but I would be okay with watching. Anyway, metal, yes. I love Bloody Wood. Me too. Heck yeah. Oh yes, kawaii death metal, real. Mosh pits are chaotic and can bring about death. That is true. And Big City, good day. How are you going today? We're going. That's what we're doing. We're moving and schmoving. Heck yeah, thank you. I remember feeling underwhelmed seeing Tenacious D live. We saw them New Year's Eve. They played until the New Year, and it was fine. The older couple next to us were more entertaining, lovely folks. Okay, hell yeah. That's funny. That's interesting. I wouldn't expect that with Tenacious D. Anyway, one time I saw 2 mosh pits open up in the one crowd. Oh, hell yeah. Kōri got the seats in the fancy section, and I got the seats in the lazy section. That's what that was. I'm too old for this. My knees are getting old. Okay, I can't do this no more. I gotta sit down. Okay, grandma and take her damn meds. That's the section I was in, alright? Not the wailing of 1,000 souls. Oh yes, the screaming video. I love this bit. You sometimes randomly scream when you stream. Yes, it'd be like that. Scream right now. You won't. Please don't. All right. You're okay. All right. Let's see. What is up, YouTube? The money over on YouTube. Just a kind reminder to everyone that we ask that you don't bring up other VTubers and compare me to other VTubers. It's not nice to the VTuber you're bringing up, and it's not nice to me either. It's not nice to compare people to each other or to things in general. Okay, so let's be kind to each other and not compare me to another VTuber, and be respectful to that VTuber as well. So please don't bring up other VTubers unless we're talking about it in the chat already. And by we, I mean me. Okay, thank you. So that's me. Trust me, Kōri, we can tell. All right, damn. All right, shit, my bad. Thank you for the hydrate, GT man. And also, hi, Reese. Welcome in. It sounds like a murder happening. You just wait until you hear the other ones. There's some that are even worse. Is this why you can do screamo screams? No, I purposefully trained to be able to do those screams. And I'm not great at it either. I'm still learning a lot. And I'm trying to get like the higher like vocal fry, but I can't quite get it. Like I don't have that muscle built. So I'm trying to learn how to do that, but it's a learning curve for sure. So, anyways, but no, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I just scream a lot. I think honestly, I can metal scream because I was a cheerleader. Now, you might be sitting there thinking, what the fuck is the correlation between a cheerleader and fucking metal screaming? It's because when I was in cheer, there's this thing that y'all probably don't know about unless you were a cheerleader, where it's called, and let's not be fools on the internet right now and be weird about it, but there's this thing that's called barking. And no, we're not talking about we're not talking about being a dog type of barking, but it's basically it's a technique to talk or like to cheer you're not supposed to cheer like, yeah, go, wow, go, or whatever, right? You're supposed to cheer from and use your voice from your diaphragm, okay? Your diaphragm, your core in that little tummy right there, your little tum-tum, all right? You gotta fucking in there, okay? That was me slapping my tummy, okay? You gotta fucking grab that shit, and you gotta push the air out from your diaphragm, not from your fucking neck or your head or the top of your lungs, your chest, no, from your diaphragm. And so, like, as a cheerleader, you have to learn how to bark. But I was the only one that ever fucking barked like that. Like, none of the other cheerleaders did it because it wasn't, like, girly. Because when you do an actual cheerleader bark, it sounds deep and, like, you know, kind of not cute. I'll say that. But no one can really tell because, like, you're in an arena or you're at a football field, right? Like, your voice, it's harder for your voice to get out there. So basically, it's just a technique to give your voice more volume without, like, straining your vocal muscles. So I don't know how else to explain that, but I learned how to do that when I was in cheer. And I think that's honestly how it probably started for me to, like, build up to a point where I could do, like, metal screaming later in my life. But because I know how to, like, push air out, and I know to, like, you know, the breath control, and then, like, different vocal cord type things to your, you know, your muscles, your vocal muscles. Like, it is a muscle, you know, you got to train it, you got to practice with it. And so it doesn't happen overnight, for sure. Absolutely not. But yeah, maybe it started there. I don't know, because I had to learn how to do that when I was a cheerleader. So anyways, but it's also, like, people always ask me, like, doesn't your voice hurt after doing the metal screaming? And, like, genuinely, unless, like, I'm doing it, like, sometimes when I'm, like, recording, I might get tired because I have to do a couple of takes. But aside from that, not really. It's not that bad. It's just because, like, honestly, the worst time that I ever had with my voice was when I was in cheer, when I was a cheerleader, because it was like every fucking Friday we'd have a football game or a basketball game or whatever, and we'd have to be, like, you know, cheering essentially the whole night. And it was those nights that I think I felt the most, like, pain from fucking, like, doing, just from my voice, from my vocal cords. I don't think anything could ever amount to that. I would, like, sometimes it'd be, like, the next day, my voice would be almost gone. And I've never had that since then, to be honest. But yeah, it was a lot, for sure. Anyways, but yeah, I don't, like, lose my voice or have a lot of, like, vocal muscle problems nowadays. I don't want to jinx it, but yeah, so, but yeah. I have fun with the screamo type stuff, but I also know not to overdo it because you can do some damage if you don't do it correctly. So, look, man, I scream at the same way at concerts. I can't judge. Real. What's up, Dark Alone? Hey, Corey, how's it going? We're chilling. We're just yapping right now. Catching up on chat. I'm late, as always. But yes, I'm good. How are you doing? That's the kind of scream someone would respond with, "That's nice, dear." That's so real. I know. YoHallo Yanagi, good to see you. Welcome in. How you doing? Don't twirl your hair at me. Okay. Real. Just brewed myself a fresh pot of coffee. Hell yeah, respectable. Let's see. Thank you for the follow, Pantera. Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. What's up, Dark Woods? What's up, Raccoon Girl? What's up? How you doing? Corey Praise is so cute. Ah, I try. Not really. I don't know. I just, thank you. Anyway, Warzone, real. Let's go death metal, real. Hey, listen to the Kōri-Oujo music, okay? If you want to hear those metal screams, it's in there. Let's see. Corey is the best Kōri-Oujo I've ever seen. Yeah! Hell yeah. Like Corey once said, I should be the only VTuber you watch, real. Corey is fluent in the language of hellish screaming. Absolutely peak. Thank you. You already know. Hell yeah. Waves. Hey, Corey. Hey, everyone. Hello, Clark Daniels. Welcome in. How you doing? Cheerleader, that seems way too fitting for Corey. I know. It's funny because, like, I didn't want to keep doing it. I literally told my parents, I was like, I want to quit. But they were like, no, you have to keep doing this. You need to be humble. That's what they keep saying. You need to be humble, Corey. And I'm like, what does that even mean? I don't know. But yeah, I did cheer for like 5 years. Yeah. She's also fluent on Alright. Cheerleading isn't easy. Real. It's way more than people believe. Also real. It is a underappreciated, I think, sport, but it is a sport, and it is very dangerous. It is a very dangerous sport, to be honest. There's more injuries in cheerleading than, like, in some other sports, which is surprising. I don't remember which sport it was, but there's more in cheerleading than some other sport, which is insane to think about. But anyways, trust me, the only person who heard barking and thought it was weird was Autumn, because he's a furry. All right. Did you just say little tum-tum of your own volition? Yeah, because I knew it'd make you fucking smirk or some shit, you loser. I was kidding. What's up, Pain? How you doing? Welcome in. How you doing? What's up, what's up, what's up, what's up? Love seeing you on TikTok. P.S. I'm the one who comments you need to come to Anime Expo. Hey, listen, suggest me as a guest to Anime Expo, and maybe we can make it happen. I was at Anime Expo last year, actually. But I don't know what to say about it. I don't know what to say about it. It was a little bit not worthwhile. I'll put it that way. But yes, I remember I tried but couldn't, sadly. No, you're good. You're good. You're good. Don't worry. I don't know if we'll go this year. It's just because it was kind of whack. But it's a good con for other people. It just wasn't good for, like, me and the reasons why I go. But yes, we go to plenty of other conventions, though. We go to a lot of conventions. We've been to over 30 plus, so, you know, hopefully we can see at one of those. Or you can come to the Isekai Las Vegas concert! It's a free concert happening on April 26th, okay? It is free! Free! All you have to do is get there, alright? And it's a great time. We're gonna be debuting a whole new album there, okay? Super epic. And also, we're gonna be having a great time, alright? So definitely check out the Isekai concert in Las Vegas! You were talking about Vegas earlier. Fucking, we're going to be performing there, okay? It'll be a great time. But we have a bunch of other concerts that we're doing, a bunch of other events that we're doing, so feel free to try to seek us out there if you want to hang out. I can't wait to hear Kōri do the cheerleader bark when she sings So Depressed by Thought Squad on Isekai Season 3. Alright, thank you, Shogun. I gotta perform Squidward's nose first. Or, you know, bed bugs, but anyway. What's up, Saborino? Hello, welcome in. Thank you for being here. I heard my name. Why are you guys talking shit? Not Shogun started it. Shogun started it. It wasn't me. Shogun started it. Lizard, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, we hit our daily goal. Thank you for helping us hit our daily goal today. Thank you so much, Lizard. Let's go. Thank you for gifting to our community. Look at all these freaking cool people who now, thanks to you, Lizard, they have no ads and cool emotes. Yes. So epic. Thank you so much. This one's on me, y'all. Let's go, Lizard. Yeah. Hell yeah. Anyways, let's see. You have no idea how badly I want to hear you sing Bedbugs! Why? Oh my god. What? No. Wasn't chosen? I know. It's a strange place, the world of Twitch. the land of Twitch is a weird one, you know? Anyway. Forgot to check in. Well, I'm glad you did. I'm glad you did, Autumn J. Fox. I think you also didn't unfollow me. And follow me again. In case you wanted to know. Because it would be really funny and girly pop. Yep. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. It would be funny and girly pop. It's pretty real. Oh my gosh. Thank you for the gifted freaking sub to Pain. Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you, Lizard. Thank you for your generosity, your kindness. I really appreciate it. Let's go, Pain. Let's go. Let's see. Thank you, Lizard. Thought you wanted me to stop that bit. What? Which one? I don't know. I mean, no, you don't have to. You don't have to. You have free will, man. I'm not gonna stop you. If I was serious about stopping you from it, I'd probably like actually like message you and be like, listen here, bud. Enough, alright? That's probably what I would do, but you know what? I'm okay, thank you. Alright, as soon as I said that, just immediately, okay, great, we go to fucking... Alright. So funny. Oh my gosh. Thank you again, Lizard. Thank you. Now I'm paying you have cool emotes and no ads. Let's go. I'm in the clear, boys. Hell yeah. Let's fucking go. Epic. Anyway. What a day, huh? What a freaking day. Well, I hope you all enjoyed my shitty trauma dumping that I did earlier. That was something for sure. I also hope you enjoyed my stories of my trips recently. So, yes. Yeah, let's go. Alright, I do have to go, but everyone, you all fine. I'm gonna do my thing. Yes, take care. Appreciate you. Have a good one. Thank you for coming by. Thank you for trying with Anime Expo. I appreciate it. But yes, I hope everyone takes care tonight. I'm also going to be logging off soon here. So yes, thank you for all the support. Thank you again, Lizard, for all of the gifted subs. Really appreciate it. Thank you for helping us hit our goal. Super epic daily sub goal reached. Halo reached. All right, let's go. Super epic. But yes, I hope everyone takes care tonight. All right. Tonight will be the night. The night will fall for you. Anyway. Please check out the Discord. We have Uno night tomorrow, which means we will no longer be a community by the end of tomorrow night because we're all gonna hate each other. But we do have Uno night tomorrow on the Discord. So if you want to potentially make friends and then just immediately not make those break those friendships, let's do it. All right. I'm busy tomorrow. Oh, also tomorrow is Sailing's birthday. So please send Sailing a message full of appreciation. At least say happy birthday. Give Sailing a big happy birthday tomorrow. Okay? Yes. Like, actually, I'm gonna miss fucking Uno. Autumn. Oh, it's fine. Don't worry. It's okay, Autumn. But make sure to wish Sailing happy birthday tomorrow at the very least, okay? It's a date. Oh, it's a date! Autumn. It's a date? My boy. My dog! That's my fox! That's my fox right there! Dab me up! Dab me up! My fox! Wait, that's not a good dab. There we go. That was a good one. Yeah, dab me up, dog! Fox, yeah! Let's go! Pookie! Get that Pookie, dog! It sounds so weird. Anyways, congratulations. Oh my gosh. I didn't know people still dated, you know, people like you, but anyways. I'm just kidding. Yeah, Autumn's the third wheel. Holy shit. I'm sorry, Autumn. You got this. I believe people like you. I gotta go. Fuck. Oh, the stream is crashing. Oh my god. I don't know what to do. Suddenly, the stream is crashing.